Alrighty, everybody. First of all, real quick, Happy New Year.
New Year, for sure.
Yeah, this is the first one in 2024. I just want to say I plan on being the same piece of shit that I was in 2023.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
That's facts. I don't plan on changing a thing. Byron Taylor, man, I thank you so much for coming on. We actually, we go back a couple of years, man. I want to pull up this picture real quick. We actually played basketball against each other. This was when I was a junior, you were a senior.
2018.
Look at this shit. I'm going to put it up on the screen for everybody real quick, but look at this, man.
Like that is a news clip.
Yeah.
Bald face.
Yeah, facts. And I had all the hair.
No tattoos. I have no tattoos in there. I might got 2. And that's it. That's young. That's young.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, that was when we played at Warren JFK. You were cooking us, bro. You were cooking us. Yeah. I think it was a pretty close game. I think it was like 82-75.
It was close.
Really high scoring game. Nobody could stop you. It was nuts, bro. So like, how have you been? It's been like a couple years. I remember seeing you all the time at like the Y and shit, just all around, really.
Yep.
What you been up to the past couple years, man?
Music, man.
Yeah.
Music. I transitioned over to music. Music always was like a passion of mine. Like, even when I was young, basketball was just a plus for me. Like, I was just good. I loved to play. It was good competition. All my friends played, so it was always fun. But other than that, it's just music and being a dad, man. That's it.
Yeah. And so, especially being a dad, and we'll talk about the music too, but I didn't even know you were a dad until yesterday.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, my daughter's 4. Like, I'm
No
a
way.
dad. Like, I'm a dad.
No way.
I'm a dad.
So you're a seasoned veteran in this.
Yeah, like, she talks back to me. She has her way. Yeah, like, I'm a dad. I got to listen.
What's that like? Because I've had a couple other people on that are parents on this show, and they say like it changes you like from the second.
The second, how can I put it? Okay, me personally, it's probably a lot of other people feel like this. I wasn't ready to be no dad when I found out I was being a dad. Like, then when my daughter came, it's like, no, I really got to be a dad. Like, she's here now. Like, it takes away. As soon as I seen her, like, everything gone. Like, so much stuff you don't even want to be a part of. Like,
Really?
And it's just like, just seeing her face, it's like, nah, I can never do something where I'm in trouble. I got to leave here or I got to disappear from her. Nah.
Wow.
I love being a dad.
What's the perspective change?
Life. Everything turns into what if. Like, if I do this, how would it look on my daughter or me? Like, and how would she look at, as far as, especially me being a male, like, as far as women, like, you can't have that much women around. You can't do anything you just want to do now. You can't be outside. Like, I have a girl, so I got to show her examples of this is the man you want to find. This is the life you want to live.
Yeah.
Don't take shit from nobody. Simple stuff like that. But it's all perspective. Early age, I was 19, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So what's like that process? Because my one of my former co-hosts, he's 23, I think 22. He had the same thing happen. I wasn't expecting it, and so like how did that like process for you?
Like a kid, it wasn't that serious to me. Like, it's like, oh, okay, I'm having a kid. Like, it was like, all right, a baby.
Yeah.
Cool. And the baby got here, it's like, nah, it's a baby. Like, you don't have shit like for a baby. Like, you gotta get yourself together. Like, you gotta. Yeah, it's a reality check though. If you ain't ready for it, it's something that it'll make or break you for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what I hear. So like, okay, we didn't really plan on talking about this, but like the world has so many agendas nowadays.
Yeah.
And like you see people talking about like the LGBTQ agendas and like movies and stuff like that. And so I haven't never had to do this, but like how do you like screen things that like your child like watches or sees, and what are your thoughts on like giving her a phone eventually when things come?
She got an iPad already, and she already, YouTube, everything. I feel like, honestly, though, we do live in a day and age, though, where I say it's hard to censor stuff, though. Like, stuff gonna get out regardless. So, and that's real life stuff that go on, so she's gonna see it in her own time. Like, if I'm around, I can prevent it, most definitely. We gonna parent block all the little everything. But sometimes you just gotta, ain't no telling what they doing on their own, so it's just, this world's just different now. It ain't they want to express everything more, which is fine. I ain't got nothing against it, but it's just certain shit just gotta like.
Yeah, you gotta chill.
It's kids.
Like I saw yesterday, maybe it was yesterday, whenever New Year's Day happened, the ball dropped or whatever. I wasn't really watching, so I'm not sure if this was like the channel or not. I think it was like ABC. But as soon as the ball dropped, it cut to like 5 seconds after the ball drops. So boom, it happens. And then it's a gay couple front and center just like sucking on each other's faces. And it's like, here's the thing, like, I feel like you should be able to live your life however you want.
Be as happy as you want to be.
Let's just clarify that right now.
Be as happy as you want to be.
Yeah. I think gay people should be able to get married, whatever. We're Americans, right? So we should be able to have freedom.
Absolutely.
But I don't know, man. When you just put it right there in front of everybody, I don't know. It's like, it just made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah.
It's a natural thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I'm into. Oh,
yeah.
Hell no, I'm turning like
that.
Boom. Get that. No.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard, because they want to make it normal. Where it's normal, like it's a human thing. Like you like what you like. Like it's normal. I just hate the way they go about it. They like super push it. Like it's like almost they want everybody to join in. That's how I look at it. I don't like that.
It could even be a conspiracy.
That too. It's something else behind it, for real. That ain't the big thing, for real.
I mean, think about it, right? So if I was trying to depopulate the earth, why would you not? This is just my little thought. I'm not trying to say like this is what's happening. But if I was trying to depopulate the earth, I would be pushing an agenda where homosexual relationships would be encouraged, so there would be less children and less population on the earth.
You might be onto something. I never thought about that.
Right? I mean, I
never thought about that. You might be onto something, because they for sure, it's public. Like, they make sure you know what everybody got going on. So you might be right, because we know that's their biggest thing is population. So how to stop it?
And especially now, they say the earth is really overpopulated, but like, so we have 8 billion people, okay, but the baby boomer population is the biggest. And especially in China, this is a real big issue, because they had the one-child policy. And so, like, their population is about to flatline in like 10, 15 years when all these the older populations die. And because the one-child policy, you don't have a lot of people in these next generations. So it's almost like a V almost. It's like top heavy. And so their industry, all their whole society is based off their population. So when you have all these job needs that need to be filled, but there's not enough people, it's going to be a real issue.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I didn't even know that, though. They got a one-child policy?
They had it. This was when we were like in kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah, you gonna tell me I can only have one kid?
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
Yeah. But it's China, dude. The rules there are so weird.
They different.
Like they killed drug dealers. Like it's crazy.
Like they want you to work over there.
Yeah,
you're gonna work these factory hours with us. You ain't about to pass nobody up. That's what they are.
20 hours a day.
Workshop.
You barely getting any sleep.
Oh man,
it's really ironic because like the people you say like complaining about like slavery, like American slavery, they're tweeting. Joe Rogan talks about this. They're tweeting from an iPhone that was made by slavery, by children.
I'm big on that. Like I believe. Like I'm most definitely against a lot of work shit though. But sometimes it's just like I feel like it damn near do be like slavery though. Like the head corporation do like. You getting all this money and you paying like this little bit of money for these crazy like factory jobs. I feel like factory jobs people should get paid a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't go to sleep. They don't get to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, or their schedule is backwards. Like my mom works at the prison, so like I see what work is like. Like that's a 16-hour job daily. Like she get probably 1 or 2 days off. Probably like 5 out the month. Like that's I'd be against stuff like that. I don't even think that should be like 100-hour job for real.
Yeah, you would think that the more labor-intense jobs like that deserve higher pay.
Super intense. You're in a prison. Like I don't feel like that. I feel like that should be $100. Stuff like that, people should really get paid because you really working. Like and you working your ass off. Some people do.
And you see that in blue-collar jobs.
Yep.
More and more because there's a bigger demand now that everybody has a college degree. Yep. And so they're willing to pay for schooling. They're willing to pay for whatever just to get you in.
They're gonna give you something. I feel like everybody should, even the low jobs, like just give them something extra. Somebody needs something extra.
Yeah.
Time's hard now. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard.
It's just so weird now. Like I was up last night till like 2 a.m. right on Twitter, and my Twitter algorithm thread, whatever you want to call it. I was looking at these videos and these pictures of blue-collar men from like the 20s and the 30s building the Chrysler building. And the iconic picture, they're sitting on the steel beam. It's like maybe 10 of them. They're eating lunch or whatever. And bro, I did the research. Nobody died in construction of that building, even though they're like on a beam, sitting with a beam, no safety, hundreds of feet high, with like the rest of New York City down below.
And
nobody
they just
died.
sitting on one little. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah, no like construction machines, nothing, bro. No cranes. They did that shit with their bare hands, and it's
and that was
mind-boggling.
20s, 30s, like, and that's
100 years ago.
Like, that's nothing that we have today. They wouldn't know how to work nothing we have today.
Yeah,
like, and we got more tragedies than they do.
Isn't it crazy? Obviously, these were terrible. Like, these were like hard times, right?
Yeah.
When was that before the polio vaccine? I'm not. It's somewhere around there.
It's early though. I know that.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
before me.
That's like with Jim Crow and all that shit. So the world sucked. Don't get me wrong, but it's just crazy because like I was also thinking about this last night after I watched that. Like, if say the grid was about to go down, the grid went down, bro. Majority of us don't know how to grow our own food. And in terms of like transportation, we rely on our cars. So either you have an electric car or a gas car, but like we don't know how to get it if everything is to go down.
That's a fact.
And so I feel like I even saw like in New York, they have the government is forcing everybody to register their garden with the government. But that's a little bit crazy to me because if something like that was to happen, I don't know. I feel like the government would force you to stop whatever garden you have,
like, and
get rid of it.
They're going to take control of it or make you get rid of it.
And have you on their thing. It's crazy, bro. It scares me sometimes.
I hate that shit. Like, government wins every time. They're going to figure something out. They're going to figure something out. And it's always for them, though. They don't help us.
Because, like, when you really think about it, the whole reason of the United States was to rebel against our oppressor, Great Britain, that was their government, and they were getting pissed off because they were getting taxed at 3% for tea, and they said, "Nah, fuck that. We're gonna rebel.
Nah, for real.
We're gonna make our own shit." And if they could see us now, they would be rolling over on their graves.
Man. See, I don't even get into that because I just be like, I want to go back and live in them times. Like, I want to see how everything, because I honestly believe it's like this might be the worst shit ever in the world, modern day times.
You think?
To me personally, I feel like it was so much easier to go walk over to somebody's house than call them.
Maybe, yeah, you have a point.
Like, it's just certain shit. I don't know. I'm like damn near old in my head. I think like I lived with my grandma my whole life, like for real. So it was just. Like you said, a lot of people can't grow their own food. Yeah. They depend on the car, the train. It's a lot of stuff the world is, blind to.
Yeah.
Blind to, for sure.
And so it's just, I don't know, it gives them like a little bit of anxiety when I think
for real,
about it.
I was sitting there like, I think it was like last week, and I was sitting here like, if we was really coming to the end of time, like, what would I do? Like, I had to really think. Like, I'm smart enough to know some shit. Like, underground bunkers, all kind of shit. I believe in all of it. But it's like, what about the people that don't? Mm-hmm. That don't know nothing at all, like, or never been around anybody that did know extra camping and stuff. Like, they don't know about nothing. Like, they ain't gonna know what to do. It's
just weird that we're like so reliant on technology.
Yeah.
And so like physical written books are like so like
invisible.
It's few. Yeah,
because I'll be honest, I haven't read a book probably since high school when they make you read books.
Yeah, the only books I read are audiobooks. I can just listen to it.
See? Yeah, I'm podcasts.
I don't even read.
See, like, and that's over with. And that's a problem. Like, we should read. Like, I tell everybody, like, no, I most definitely should read. But it's like, I'm in modern day times. Like, you tell me to read, that's like the most boring shit ever. Like, go read. What? Read? No. I draw before I read.
Yeah,
reading is just, it's like a lot of stuff we really let go that I feel like would have helped a lot of shit mentally, physically, all kind of shit. We let go of a lot of shit as people in modern day times because of technology. Like you're right, because of technology.
And so, speaking of technology, something that's been a couple years removed. We talked about this earlier with technology. We talked about this 2 days ago, a day ago. We're texting back and forth. I saw all this stuff unfold with technology, and so. You know, you're Black or African American. Let me preface that you're an African American. Obviously, you might have something to say about the Black Lives Matter movement. But first, I would like to ask you, how do you feel about the phrase "all lives matter"?
It's a strong phrase for sure. All lives matter, because from birth, for sure, all lives matter. Like, I'm big on that. All lives matter. How you go about your life now, that's where all lives matter at. If you treat yourself like shit, you don't carry yourself you made your life like not worth shit. Like you broke yourself down to like the lowest shit ever. Like a lot of people go through like depression or just be sad or feeling like they just not the best of themselves. So like that's where that come in. Like, no, you matter. Like even if the people you talk to daily, you don't feel like you matter to them, it's somebody out here, I promise, that you matter to. Like okay, granted, on just New Year's was just yesterday. So I just lost a friend of mine on New Year's.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I appreciate it. My man Ron. Ron is like, I met Ron in October of last year. So I ain't even know him that long. Like, well, not last year. Well, yeah, hell yeah. No. 2 years ago. 22, yeah. See? 23, 24, you got me messed up. So yeah, I met him in 22 October. So haven't known him that long, but he was like super, super cool. Like he was a friend for sure. Somebody I can call. Like the only male that I can for sure call in Houston, like instantly. He picked up the phone, we talked. Like,
oh wow.
Like I knew him forever. Like, and it's hard because it's like, bro was a genuine person. Like, and bro went through a lot of stuff. Like, never I can tell you, like, you could tell he was sad. You could tell he was like, but he never, bro was lit. Bro was lit. And that's why I tell people all lives matter. Like, just, he might not feel like somebody cared or something. Like, it wasn't a suicidal death, though. That's probably what it sounded like. But I'm saying, like, people go through stuff. Like, a lot of times he probably felt like he was alone. I swear, he'll call you and talk to anybody. Like, all lives matter for sure. For sure, everybody. For sure.
And so you mentioned you had some like thoughts on like the movement itself.
Yeah, like, so as far as like when it go all lives matter, I feel like it turns into a confrontation almost.
Yeah.
Because it started with, we had the trouble going on with the black community, as they want to put it. And then it started with Black Lives Matter. And then it was like, oh, all lives matter. It's all right. Black lives is all lives. Like, so all lives matter. When it's something going on with a specific group, I hate how the world bring like everybody else into something. Like if it's like, okay, the Black Lives Matter, which, and honestly, in my opinion, some cases were just black people just being with black people. Like, oh, black. Sometimes motherfuckers was wrong. I'll be honest. Sometimes motherfuckers, sit your ass down somewhere, calm down. Like, I'll be honest. But most of the time, some of the shit was like, yeah, okay, we probably did do this because he was black or whatever. I don't think like that. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't care if it was black, white, Asian. If it's something going on in this specific group, we need to help this specific group, like as people, because all lives do matter. So if you're going to chant all lives matter in the midst of a Black Lives Matter thing, then instead of fucking arguing back and forth, all lives and black lives, go fucking help the black lives then. Like, show somebody that all lives matter. Like, get them to understand, like, hey, I know what y'all doing, but come on, like, all lives matter for sure. Y'all with us. It was a couple white people jump in the Black Lives Matter thing. Black people jumping in the all lives matter thing. Like, you got your people that want to make it, you know. So that's why I was big on, like, it kind of went over my head. The most important thing was all lives matter, though, like, because that's a fact. And then I'm just myself, though. You can only control what you can control. So, yeah.
I remember when the whole Black Lives Matter movement started, I was in 7th grade. And who got killed? Trayvon Martin got killed in Ferguson.
Yep.
And then that's when I remember it all started. Bro, I don't know. I feel like it got hijacked, the movement.
I feel like a lot of people used it like to their advantage on Black Lives Matter because something happened to me or I didn't. I don't know, because I feel like that can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just, which tragically it just was happening to be black people, though. But it's a lot of cases where it's a lot of people, the same shit happened to them. Yeah. Like, the same. And we didn't have that much of a movement like, oh, white power, all white lives matter, or Asian lives matter. Like, I don't even be watching news that much. I just see it on Twitter.
It's a good thing you don't watch the news. I don't really watch the news that much. It's like, more so social media.
It's bullshit. Yeah. Like, it's bullshit. Like, I just see Twitter, what is it? The bombings and everything that they got on over the kids dying and all that. Like, that's some serious shit. Like, and you don't see people talk about that for real. Like,
no,
that's what we need to focus on right now. It's kids being killed. Like, hella kids being brought without parents to hospitals and shit. Like, that's huge. Like, you don't see that much. Like, you only see the Twitter family that talk about that. The news won't bring it up. Like, that's where I don't get into like anything that's super promoted where it's on TV, because it's like that's what they want you to pay attention to right now, because it's some real shit going on. Like, that's why I hate that shit. I hate it.
I don't know, man. It's It's such a weird thing, and that's why I say I think like the Black Lives Matter movement was like manufactured and then hijacked at a certain point. I think it was manufactured to pit like different races of people against each other.
Bring it back, honestly. If you ask me, I feel like they tried to separate everything again. Like, if you ask me,
because I feel like it was started with good intentions. But like even when you see the founder or the founders bought a house in LA, millions of dollars with the money that was raised. And this is like documented stuff too. It's not speculation.
That's like money that you took for something that you would have thought would have been an organization. Which I get it. I guess it's yours, so you can do what you want to do with it. But as a person, I would have thought you would have raised that much money and do something like make a community or something, like have a little park or something, build something, do something. They bought a crib, like a crazy crib, which I ain't mad at them though.
I mean, yeah,
it's your money, but
I guess there's a loophole where they can do whatever they want with it, unfortunately. But it just sucks because I bet a lot of people, white, black, Asian, whatever race you are, put their hard work, like money, hard-earned money into that, thinking that they were going to make a difference. And it's just a shame to see what would happen. You know what I mean? But when we talk about conspiracy, the reason I think that this was like hijacked and manufactured is, you remember the riots in 2020.
Yeah.
Who started? I don't really care. Was it the Black Lives Matter movement or the CIA? I don't know.
We don't know.
But when you see the videos and pictures of bricks stacked on the sidewalk the night before a riot, it's just weird. Who put them there? You know? Who put them there? And then you see, like, they burned Minneapolis down, like a decent chunk of it down. You remember? I remember seeing a video of a Target, and they were just looting. Whoever was just looting.
Worst one for me that broke my heart. I know it broke a lot of other people's heart. They broke in the ice box and stole all the jewelry out.
No.
That probably was the worst one. They broke in and took all the jewelry out of the ice box.
Damn.
Like, they took hella shit out of the ice box. I said, damn, nah, the world is going down.
Yeah.
For real. Like, over pendants.
Yeah, and then in Kenosha, Wisconsin, I wonder where that Kyle Rittenhouse is right now. Remember that whole thing? Because here's the thing: people were
bringing up some old stuff.
People were defending him, and I don't really have a side here. I just think it's weird that his parents let him cross like county lines with what was it? He had an AR-15.
Oh man.
Which,
like,
okay, if it's his constitutional right, if he's constitutionally like legally allowed to own it, fine. But I don't think you should be going across county lines to defend a small business. I just don't think as a parent that's smart letting, what was he, 18, 17 at the time?
I think it was like 17.
Yeah. I don't think as a parent that was very smart letting your child just go.
Because it either could have been that, which I honestly seen it as, I feel like he got past his parents for real.
You think?
I think he did that on his own. I honestly, because I don't think a parent. I don't think so. I don't think a parent would. But if they would, I'm like you. Like, what kind of parent would let they? But then again,
yeah,
modern day times, it's different. It's different. A lot of people throw it off. It's different.
We live in a different world, man.
And man, I stay out the way.
Yeah.
I like to be put up.
Yeah, I don't listen. I don't blame you.
I like to be put up.
Yeah. I don't know, that whole, and then LeBron was making fun of him on Twitter. He was crying.
LeBron, now, that was funny though. I found that pretty funny. It was LeBron.
Funny.
Like, it was like, LeBron for real? Like, you just, okay, we gonna let you have it.
Yeah.
Because you don't do nothing wrong.
The only dude to tweet at the president and call him a bum. Remember that? That was crazy.
LeBron can do what he wants.
Yeah, he can. He's the GOAT.
He don't do nothing wrong.
I think he's the GOAT in my opinion.
He's most definitely the GOAT.
Because, like,
I don't have no argument for any Jordan fan. I don't care. He played.
He's my GOAT.
He's the GOAT. No, not my GOAT. LeBron's the GOAT. Hands down.
I mean, I think you can argue, but ultimately, like, you look at his 20-year career. He's 39 years. He just turned 39, and he is still putting up MVP numbers. And it's crazy because you look at Jordan when he was 39, and he had a couple years off. He was averaging like 22 a game, maybe 21 a game.
30.
Yeah, and on a championship contender.
Like,
come on.
See, I count it as a lot of people go, oh, if Jordan came out early, he would have did the same thing, which he could have, probably.
But he didn't.
That's my thing right there. I was better than you at 18. Like, it's a footage, like, well, it's a deleted footage. Nobody have seen the video, but it's a picture, an iconic picture of LeBron with an afro and Michael Jordan with a fucking earring, bald head, and they on the court.
The camp. Yeah.
What happened?
Nike deleted the footage.
What happened?
It's gone.
What happened? It's everybody else got clips of O.J. Mayo getting killed by Michael Jordan in high school and all this other stories. LeBron is the only one with no story.
Because Nike deleted the footage.
I don't think LeBron at 16 was hanging out with Michael Jordan just because he was LeBron James.
No.
I'm pretty sure he fucked him around. And Jordan said, we got to keep this kid around.
Crazy.
That's what I think.
Could we just talk about LeBron real quick and
I'm
he was given every chance to fail, bro.
Every chance.
Every chance for growing up in a single mother household, and then you just have all that spotlight on you somehow.
Early,
yes,
12.
Yes, and you're in the slums of Akron, Ohio, and just against all the odds, just getting better and better and better as a basketball player. Finally, he's a freshman or sophomore when he got the spotlight on him.
Man, I want to say he was 8th grade going into freshman year.
Okay, so not even freshman. Okay, so he's 8th grade. He has all this spotlight on him, right? And normally, a lot of kids would get too cocky. Yeah, fuck up. Yeah. And so what happened was, hey, listen, everybody's young.
Me?
But LeBron, it's just so crazy because it didn't matter. The spotlight got brighter and brighter and brighter. He was driving around a Hummer when he was in high school, bro.
Gifted from Jay-Z.
Yeah.
To the point he couldn't play basketball because of it. They wouldn't let him play. They try to take everything away from this kid. I sit here if I was a 14-year-old freshman kid and you put cameras in my face for me to walk to school every day, we're liable to document some bullshit. LeBron was so professional from day one. It's unreal to me. That's why I tell people he's crazy. He's crazy.
And then, so not only is that happening, but he goes straight to the NBA from high school. Number 1 overall pick, no college.
I like to start this with people because a lot of people don't even pay attention to this shit. LeBron James is so fucking good. He sat out a year before he went to the NBA. Nobody thinks about this shit. Carmelo and Dwayne Wade, everybody went to college. And they came in the same draft class. LeBron James sat at home with an 18-year-old kid and played a PlayStation 2 at that time.
Really?
Carmelo won National Player of the Year.
Hold on. So he didn't go straight from high school. He had a gap year.
Think about it. Carmelo won National Player of the Year. They're in the same draft class.
No way. So Carmelo went to Syracuse. D-Wade went to Marquette, but it was more than 1 year. I think he was 2 or 3.
Yeah, he had 2 or 3. Because it was Chris Bosh was in that one. I think he
Bosh
had
went to Texas, right?
I want to say he had 2 or 1. He might have had 1. And I know Chris Paul was in a class from Wake Forest.
Wasn't he at the next one?
Yep.
Okay, but still, bro.
That's he sat out a year
and then
to play the game.
Yeah, I think they had a couple other better role players, but nobody else that was a Hall of Famer. I don't think in that draft class. It's those 4, but still.
I want to say them 4 was the only ones that stood out.
Yeah, but it's just insane that he never folded under pressure, and you got to give it to his mom, man. Because I can't even imagine. Parent. Yeah, just working multiple jobs.
Your son is LeBron James. Yeah, you are never under the radar. Your son is LeBron James.
Yeah,
and everybody knew his mom's situations and everything, so everybody knew who she was and everything. So. LeBron handled it his whole life crazy, crazy, too professional.
I just think okay, maybe not athletes, but you look at celebrities, childhood celebrities like Lindsay Lohan, Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato. What gender is she? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what gender. Yeah,
but you see all these Justin Bieber, you see all these instances of childhood celebrities where they get the spotlight on them way too early and they fold because we're not meant for that as human beings. But LeBron, it's just insane that he's been able to.
He's God.
He handles it. He handles the pressure so well.
All pressure.
And he hasn't had any social media controversy about there's no scandal. There's nothing, bro. You just see the resume. It's
only the Illuminati that we question with LeBron James probably since a kid, which I honestly don't.
You think he's in it?
I'm sorry, LeBron. I most definitely think bro is a part of it.
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z is his right hand. I don't care what nobody say. Jay-Z and Beyonce is most definitely the headquarters.
Well, you saw they were at. That's been a conspiracy for
And I believe if somebody say something over and over again, it's true. It's true. Nobody gonna keep saying the same thing about y'all. Then if you ever notice, Jay-Z doesn't do shit, but it's so fucking relevant. Super relevant.
Why does the Rockefeller sign this? Ooh, alrighty, here we go. I didn't think we were talking about.
And they drafted him into that. Jay-Z was just a regular. He was a block boy kid from New York that battle rapped. He didn't even make real rap music.
And then he wrote for rappers too for a while. He wrote The Chronic.
Yep. and then they blew him up, and then from Jay-Z made hit records to I don't make no records at all, but I'm a billionaire over everybody. And for a fact, I might be the only young person I feel like that listen to Jay-Z.
I like Jay-Z.
See, okay, so boom, two of us. I don't think nobody else play Jay-Z music for real, but old people.
I don't constantly listen to him or anything like that.
See, I constantly play Jay-Z.
Really?
Like, I promise. Like, my uncle got me hip to Jay-Z young, and I always played him. And I will always sit around like, you don't never hear no Jay-Z, so how are you relevant? Like, how are you...
Well, let's think about this. So he does own Rockefeller Records still.
That too, and that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
He's more so a mogul than he is a rapper now. You hear about his investments.
Yeah.
He talks about. You hear the story of OJ.
Oh, story of OJ.
That's like his whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He talks about He talks about financial freedom and stuff like that. I don't know if necessarily that's what makes him in the Illuminati, but certainly seeing like the pictures and stuff of him and Beyonce at the all-white party. So let's talk about
the all-white party.
We were talking about that last night.
The other day.
Yeah, or 2 days ago, whatever. They got Lil Baby.
They got Lil Baby
by the balls.
Sure,
by the balls.
Anybody even seen Lil Baby? I don't.
We'll talk about the pictures we saw. I'll put them up on screen or something like that. I'll put it on a short. But yeah. So if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about here, we're talking about Michael Rubin's infamous all-white party. And so who is Michael Rubin? Michael Rubin is the former owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. Now he just owns Fanatics. Mm-hmm. He's a CEO. A Fanatics owner, whatever. And every year he hosts what's called the all-white party in the Hamptons. So what do we have? We have a bunch of celebrities, black, white, whatever.
A-list,
A-list. We're talking about Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, Tom Brady, Jay-Z, Drake, Lil Baby, whoever else.
Kyle Kuzma probably was the lowest celebrity I probably was in there.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma was there as well. Drewski, too.
Yeah, like
Jack Harlow, Dua Lipa, whoever you wanted. They were there, bro. And so... What we think, what a lot of the public thinks, is that something has to go on. Why are all these celebrities meeting up for this one joint function in the Hamptons at Michael Rubin's mansion?
A big ass mansion.
The thought is that there are Illuminati rituals that go on at these parties, and so everybody wears white, other than Drake. Drake wore like a cream.
It's Drake. They don't let him go. It's Drake.
I don't know what. Anyway, but so. What the rituals are these humiliation rituals. And so this is a conspiracy about how you get initiated into the Illuminati. And so this was thought of to be what Lil Baby did. There were a lot of pictures of him doing like gay poses, for lack of a better term, with all these people, right? There was a picture where he was hugging on Kyle Kuzma. And he was hugging on a bunch of other like men, right? And they're all wearing white once again. And there were no pictures of like the women like that with him. There's no pictures of him hugging on women.
And his Lil Baby.
And Lil Baby's a pretty masculine guy. Like he's not like not outed gay or whatever, and doesn't really talk about like being gay in any of his music or anything really homosexual at all. And so this was very just different. You know what I mean? Just out of the ordinary for him. And, okay, so maybe it's an anomaly, but then you see pictures like Joel Embiid looking at Michael Rubin, and he's got his arm around him, and it's weird. And then you see there's this guy named the Fat Jewish, and I think there's some it's some rapper. It might be Lil Baby too. And the Fat Jewish he's gay. He's outed gay. He's one of the annoying gays, and he's got like a not a thong, but his like ass is out in like these shorts, and like is around. I think it's a Lil Baby. I could be wrong. I remember the pictures. But it's just the thought of these initiation rituals, humiliating. It's called
for sure in there with a thong.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. He was in there with a jacket and a thong, like no pants, like no.
Yeah, so these humiliation rituals are one of the ways that's thought that you get into the Illuminati, and the reason that you want to get into the Illuminati is because they will help your career. And this is actually one of my theories about Roddy Ricch. Okay. So I have a conspiracy that Roddy Ricch was contacted by the Illuminati, and he declined. And so now you don't hear about Roddy Ricch anymore. You used to hear about Roddy Ricch all the time.
He was popping.
2019, 2020.
I believe in that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
And then so there was a song. I'm gonna pull this up. We'll cut this into a clip because I want to talk about this.
I'm huge. I believe that. I believe the Illuminati do that with a lot of people. Contact them, people say no, and it's like, okay, you'll never make. It's clips of people actually saying that though. Like they done popped up with the people in the black. That's what they call them, the men in black. Mm-hmm. They come talk to you like, do you want to fortune, fame, and all the other whatever. Boom, you get. And if you decline it, they say one dude, I forget who it was. He said he was literally like popping, like he was making hella money rapping. They was bringing him contracts and shit. He was doing shows. He said the day the men in black came to talk to him and he told they ass no. He said I never got booked for another thing ever again. Like I went broke.
I've got the song now. All right, so this is called Pure Souls. This is on Donda. Okay. This is with Kanye and Roddy Ricch. I'll just play it, honestly. You want me to play it?
I want to play. I want to hear it. I didn't listen to it.
Shout out Kanye. All right, this is Pure Souls. And so we'll talk about the lyrics. It starts off with, we're going to get an ad probably. Okay, hold on. We're not going to get an ad. All right, so this is Roddy Ricch's part for everybody listening and watching. Already this
whole first little
it's
like he's talking directly to the
This is my thought that he's talking to the Illuminati, that they contacted him, wanted him to sell his soul to the devil, and either to bolster his career. Yup, and that he couldn't do it. Said he was mad at the Grammys, but he's looking at his Grammy right now. And the thought is that with the Illuminati, if you don't do what they say, then they'll kill people in your family. And so my thought is that he's saying, listen, he's not in it, but he still has his family with him.
Kanye just let them have it this summer. Like he let them have it.
So that's my whole thing, right? You just go through the lyrics, and he's saying, "I cannot sell my soul," and then Kanye in parentheses for this is Jesus saved my soul, and so he just keeps going, right? And then keeps saying like the truth is only what you get away with, and
he said something. I forget what he said. They're really just entertainers.
Yeah. So Kanye, right? I didn't want to keep playing the whole song because it would get too long. But Kanye says then on his verse, all of my friends love to gangbang. What? All of my friends love to gangbang. Maybe he's referring to the Illuminati orgies that happen in Hollywood, because these things do happen.
Yeah.
They very well do happen.
And all his friends are damn near members of, at a point in time, we all said Kanye, and I feel like Kanye was a part of the Illuminati, though.
He definitely was.
Yeah.
100%.
He said seen what the fuck was going on, and he said, nah, hell no. Nah.
He said it. He has verbally said it. Okay, so all my friends love to gangbang. How we in my car, and you say we ain't in the same lane. When we both had Pellas on, and we were scamming for the prom before Chief Keef was bang bang. Always had mob ties. Stood on my 6 points. How could I not rise? So 666, the devil. How could he not rise? This is just
it's obvious shit. But that's what makes it crazy. Cause
yeah.
For all we know, conspiracies could just be some bullshit that we just overthinking though.
No, I don't know, bro.
No, that's why I'm with you. Hell no. We right for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's one of them weird shits where it's like we're just reading lyrics. So you mean to tell me somebody sat in here and they said something without saying something. Like, everybody does this.
Okay, so here's another part of that song. So he goes, it ain't how it used to be. This and new me, so get used to me. Then says that again. And then says, devil get behind me, I'm loose, I'm free.
I'm telling you, he put it, man. Kanye already done let us know. Since I was young, I was big on that, though. Yeah. I always was into it. Like, I used to look it up. It was at a point in time I wanted to join the Illuminati.
Really?
I was like 4, 5, 6, like young as hell. I forget how old I was, but I was most definitely in like elementary school, and this when we first found out, and all the like Freemason stuff and all that. I was like, oh, this shit weird as hell. I was like, oh, hell no. Then that's what just made me dive into it, because I seek for the truth. I want to know. I just want to know the real. I don't want to be a part of nothing. I just want to. What y'all got going on? Like, that's just.
Bro, I've been not into this, but I've been like researching this shit since I was probably in like 4th, 5th grade.
I'm telling you, like, it hit us early. Like
the Jay-Z Illuminati videos came out.
LeBron was super popping in Miami. He always did the thing, and I used to always watch it. Yeah, I used to always watch it.
Pregame ritual that was. I apologize for the people that are listening and watching, because I forgot you guys are here. I'm not gonna lie. If you haven't listened to Pure Souls by Kanye, just go listen to it. You'll see all the parallels. This is my own conspiracy.
I'm playing when I leave it. Go re-listen to it. I promise.
Yeah. I don't know if other people have like conspired or thought about this anything, but this is just my conspiracy. It's just crazy. So that's my theory. And now, 2024, Roddy Ricch, you don't really hear about him anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
it makes a lot of sense.
And then you want to talk about somebody like Ice Spice. I think she sold her soul, because 2 years ago, year and a half ago, bro, she was like the butt of every joke on Twitter. Yep. Drake unfollowed her. Nobody liked her sound. Nobody liked her music. It was the same shit. Just now, all of a sudden, she has all this mainstream push, right? You see they're pushing her in the Dunkin' Donuts commercials. On social media, she's getting more viral moments and stuff like that. And
I'm huge on that, too. I want to say, I feel like they more so using Ice Spice as like a sexual pose, though. Because of how she dressed and how they know. I feel like that's what they using her for, in a sense. But which I feel like she didn't even want to do. Like, she just performed in one of the littlest dresses I ever seen in my life.
I seen.
Yeah, she had to keep pulling it, like
the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she never used to have that thing. She never used to be sexual. Yeah.
Yep. Like it. Like, I feel like they. Yeah. I'm with you.
It's
and
crazy.
Doja Cat.
Oh, 100% Doja Cat.
Even granted, she kind of do give me them vibes. Like, she might just be a little weird. Like, she into that.
No, definitely.
But then some of the shit is like, you could tell, like, no.
The whole Paint the Town Red.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to that song, bro. It gives me chills. I can't.
I watched the performance.
Really?
Like, I would sit on the couch and it was on TV. Mm-hmm. And that was like one of the most shits. I'm like, oh no, they got her. Like, it was like obvious. Like, it was like, no, she's one of them. Like,
Sam Smith too.
Yeah, like, oh no, him for sure.
Which, apparently he's a they them. Which, by the way, if you're gonna do that, I've said this before. If you're gonna do the edgy satanic shit, you have to be skinny. You can't be fat if you're a man. Why? What are you doing? You're just making a fool out of yourself. If you want to be edgy and be satanic, you have to be skinny.
It just took me off guard, because I just found out. I really just found out about, bro. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, and he used to be skinny, and
like, that's what I'm saying.
He's gay.
Like, I didn't know he was off the first song we ever heard. I forget what's the name of the song.
Stay With Me. Oh my gosh,
that song is amazing.
A banger,
a banger for sure.
And so that was when he was in his like young, little bit chubby phase, and then he got super skinny, like 2017, 2018. Holy shit, he got like maybe 110, 120.
Like, sad, depressed, something was going on.
Yeah, he was looking good though. I'm not gonna on like a heterosexual level shit.
He was just a handsome young man. Yeah, like, he was natural white Caucasian man that was able to do.
And then I think 2019, maybe 2020, when COVID happened, he got fat, and then he came out as genderqueer. Which, what the fuck is that?
Like,
I don't know what
that is.
I
don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck they got him. I know what happened. They got him.
Yeah, they definitely got him 100%.
Because off that one song, when somebody blow up off one song, I for sure automatically they got you.
Yeah,
they got you. Sexy Red, they got Sexy Red.
You think?
It just works out because the image she throws off.
Yeah. I don't know. She supported Trump. That's why it feels a little bit weird. You know?
Like I tell everybody, anybody with Trump, I just see it as Trump is just as a motherfucker that just lives here and do whatever the fuck he want. Because I be telling everybody, as somebody that really was into wrestling growing up, Trump was the $1 billion man, if anybody remember that. Like, he'd been rich as hell. He'd been on TV. That's why when he was our president, when they put him in the office, I'm like, anybody can run for fucking president. This motherfucker was the $1 billion man. Like, he was a wrestler.
It's just so funny. You remember that? Have you ever seen the Dave Chappelle bit?
Yeah.
Where he's talking about, like, Trump was literally on stage with Hillary Clinton. Hillary was literally saying, why won't you release your tax returns? And he's like, because I do the same thing that you do. And I'm not going to release them because you won't release them. And so I know that you're not going to show everybody how you don't pay your taxes.
So I'm not going to show them.
Yeah. He told the whole world. And Dave Chappelle was like, he's a baller.
he's like, for sure. Like, and I tell everybody, like, everybody hated Trump. I feel like the whole Make America Great, like, it's a lot of people that was, like, big on it on a racist standpoint. And it was some people, Make America Great Again, as in, we need fucking money. Like, bring us money back, bring us good, like, jobs, everything. And I'd be telling people Trump was a people for money. Like, if everybody, like, oh, he's racist, I'd never believe Trump was racist. If you go look at anything at all, he really hang with a lot of different, like, even if he just play it off, he fit in with everybody. I don't care. Bro got everybody some money.
Yeah. And now, if he's a piece of shit, I mean, we could argue that.
We can argue that. He's most definitely a piece of shit.
But I don't know if he's racist,
I don't think he's racist.
Yeah,
but he's most definitely a piece of shit.
He definitely got character flaws, 100%.
Fucked up individual. But he's all about $1. Like,
we're
going to make money together. I don't care, black, white, Asian. He might say some fucked up shit, but I really believe he only said some fucked up shit to really just, like, keep it going, like, have people go for him. Mm-hmm. And it's, look, as soon as they voted for him, they kicked his ass right out as soon as he was in office. Like, oh, no, you got to go. You just paying people. We need you to go.
I wouldn't call myself a Trump supporter, but I'm definitely a fan.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm a Trump fan.
I'm a fan because he paid people.
Yeah,
he paid,
and
everybody
it's
got
just
paid.
like, it's so entertaining.
He was on Twitter, like, he argued with people, like, our president to get on Twitter and tell people to shut up, like,
he's going back and forth with LeBron,
like, literally, like, our president is doing this with somebody else that's in the middle of a basketball game.
Bro, I remember getting up at 7:30 in the morning. We all pull up to school, and everybody be like, "Bro, did you see what the president said?"
He arguing with LeBron, like, it was viral. Everybody was showing it. I'm on Instagram, everybody posting, like, I'm like, this is our president.
Remember when he disinvited the Eagles from the White House? There were a couple people that didn't want to go, and he said, "Nah, you're uninvited."
All of y'all, just because of that. Like, and that's probably why, because it's like, oh, no, you really probably think I'm a racist piece of shit or something. Like, no, I'm just an asshole, and I'm going to show you how much of an asshole I am.
And it's got a big big ego. Huge ego.
But, like, when you self-made like that, like, and you know you have so much power, I believe that's a lot of people will get like that.
Yeah. I'm going to see if the camera's still good. Just keep talking.
Yeah. So, I honestly really believe Trump needs to come back around, give everybody some money, because, yeah. He's been rich. I tell her, like I just heard, he was the $1 billion man. I know exactly who he was before everything, and Trump was always lit.
I don't even call him Trump on this show. I call him Daddy. So here's what I theorize, and I think Daddy's coming back in office. I think there's a chance that, because let's face it, Biden's not winning. Everybody knows.
Fuck no, he better not.
Biden's got a terrible approval rating, and if he does win, then I think it is fixed. I didn't think the last election was fixed, but
he won out.
Barring some crazy thing, I think Trump does win, and I think he might be our last president ever. True. Think about that.
I honestly, man, some of this shit you saying, like, this is shit I talk to myself daily about. Like, I don't smoke no more, but
I feel like that's a good thing.
No, it's more. Okay, let me correct it.
Did it give you anxiety?
Nah, I'm stop smoking for a little bit. Let me say that.
Okay.
I smoke for sure, but it got to a point. I smoke. I caught myself being, too fucking high. Like, I make music. I'm a rapper, so I be high as fuck. To the point that I started to really, like, I'm too high. Like, I'm not seeing any progression with myself. I'm not everything, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay. If I sober up and clean myself up and I can get better, I can focus on a lot of shit that's going on. So when I sit here and now I'm looking at stuff, it's like, okay, our president election, like, how do you win votes? Okay, I'm going to just say some shit that's going to get people to fuck with me. We're going to legalize weed. That's literally all you have to do in presidency. I honestly believe we never had no fucking real president. We never had no real, like, we do what the fuck we want. We vote for somebody and do what the fuck we want. We don't have. When I think of president, I think of some shit for real, like dictatorship shit like that. Motherfucker, you really got to listen to. Like we really just vote for somebody that's passed a couple laws around or do something. So what you saying, Trump last? I can see that. I can see us giving up on all that shit.
I don't even think that. I think that you see all the division and stuff, and more states talking about seceding from the union.
Yep.
And my fear, because I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. I've just been toying with this idea for the past couple of days in my head. Comedian Theo Vaughn was talking about it on his podcast, and I thought it was interesting. What if we become something more like the European Union or the how about this? So the UK, right? I love it. It's a landmass, right? It's like more or less a giant island, and there's a couple countries. What if that's what this became? What if a couple states per however miles or whatever you want to call it, say like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana, and then a couple other states became one country, and then California, Oregon, Washington, a couple other states became a country, then all the East Coast states became a country, and like stuff like that.
It'd be lit.
I don't know, but I just hope that these things, like if they happen, they don't become violent. So that's one of my theories.
That's the catch. That's the catch.
That's one of my theories. So maybe that happens after.
We have to change a lot of shit.
Yeah. Or maybe Trump stays in office.
Trump stays in office. I'm telling you.
But like, here's the thing. So full disclosure, it's not a good thing, because then that would be his third term if he just refused. I don't know. I mean, he already tried to overthrow the last election. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a fan.
I fuck with bro.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm not necessarily a supporter. He's definitely widely entertaining, and I hope
that's why I fuck with bro, because he's gonna get in the office and he's gonna be Trump. He's gonna be Donald Trump. He's not gonna get in the office and be the United States president. Yeah. No, he's gonna still be himself, an asshole. Don't give a fuck about. I'm gonna text you back on Twitter. Don't talk shit about me. That shit is hilarious to me.
The Kanye
our president wakes up and texts you on Twitter. Nobody else does that. Go look at every other president fucking Twitter page. It's all good morning America. Yeah. Well, we're gonna pass. We're gonna do. His shit is literally fuck everybody. That shit's hilarious. That shit. He's a regular person in office.
They say his diet is just like Diet Coke and McDonald's.
I can believe that. He looked like a Diet Coke and McDonald's kind of guy. Yeah.
Oafy looking fella.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That Diet Coke really fits him for sure.
Yeah, but he still seems to be with it largely.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he, like 77 maybe?
Man, he up there, because like I said, when he was the $1 billion man, he was like 50. He was like he was old.
It just gets me when you see the clips. He's like, "How'd you get rich?" Well, my father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
He's funny as hell. He would say dumb shit to people.
Do you remember in COVID? This was 2020 when it all came out, and he was referring to like a graph, and so he said, "Here's this model." He goes, Not this type of model. I just started laughing.
That's funny as hell.
This guy's really our president.
Because an actual president's going to say some shit that, he's professional.
Trump will tell you the truth for the most part.
This kind of model.
Yeah.
He's funny as hell. What's the one shit he said that it was kind of foul? But he grabbed the girls.
Yes. Grab her by the.
Hey.
Grab her by the pussy.
Something wrong with bro. Nah, that was funny. That was him being an asshole. That was him just pissing people off.
And that was on a reality show.
I feel it was. I feel like it was. I feel like he just an asshole. I feel like he tried to let people know I'm still one of y'all.
Yeah, and I think he fucked a prostitute or a porn star with campaign money.
Yeah, I think he did. And
that's why they tried to indict him. I mean, and I don't know if necessarily that's illegal. He's still an asshole, but I don't know if that's. Have you been following these indictments?
No, when he went to jail, it was just funny as fuck. I swear, his fucking mugshot was the best thing that I ever seen in my life.
It was a low quality mugshot. I was disappointed per se. It was funny. It was funny
because it's Trump. Y'all really just got him in here like a regular person. He's still in his suit and all. And they just smile, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Did they chase him though? Didn't they try to grab him?
No. I think he went.
Oh, I'm about to say it was a video or something I seen. I could have sworn.
I think that might have been the AI one.
Okay, that's just funny. Dude. They funny as hell.
That was hilarious.
They funny as hell. Cause I was about to say Trump running from.
There's a thought, and I don't know if this is true or not, but there's a thought that if he was to go to jail, because now they're trying to indict him because they say that he inflated the price of Mar-a-Lago, that giant Florida mansion, like the golf resort, whatever. They say that he listed it or like valued it much more than it was truly worth. And they're trying to get him on that and get him in jail on that, since like the previous other 3 indictments didn't go through.
They gonna hate it. They just hate him because somebody would have paid him.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that they're trying to put him in jail and keep him from running. Like you saw that thing in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they know.
Yeah, I don't know if they appealed it or not. I'm not sure.
Last time, me and my grandma was just talking about this like last week. Literally. Yeah. But that's the thing. I don't know. They want to throw him in. He for us. Yeah. That's why they don't like him, because
Michigan tried to do the same thing and they ended up doing it, I think.
I'm telling you, Trump is for the people, for real. He just an asshole. He just one of them assholes you gotta accept though, like
a necessary evil almost. I'll tell you this.
It's no real intention.
I think that Trump puts us in the best position to not get into World War III.
Literally. And that's literally.
And that's probably, if I was to vote for him, that would probably be the number one thing.
Because Biden, we're going to war.
Yeah. Like you see it already.
1,000%. 1,000%.
So that's what I truly believe. And like, he was the only motherfucker to go to North Korea, stare Kim Jong-un in the eyes. He mocked him on Twitter. Kim Jong-un said, "Oh yeah, watch out, we'll attack you." He called him Rocket Man. He was making fun of him, belittling him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he really like.
And guess what? Now North Korea, not a threat.
Not a threat. They don't care. Ain't no telling what they doing, but it's like, no, we got threats from them daily. Like, it was at a point in time, you go in there, motherfuckers like, look how they just sit here in North Korea. Nobody, like, soldiers tough as hell. Like, he literally went over and looked him in his face. Like,
they're people.
Nobody. Dennis Rodman is the only motherfucker that did that. Like, I don't think people realize that.
Dennis Rodman's crazy.
Yeah, no, he's fucked. And that's probably why Kim was like, nah, let me leave him the fuck alone.
But Trump is also crazy as hell.
Money, power, like. I tell people, like, it's a difference from having power. It's a difference from having money. But when you got money and power, it ain't shit nobody can do with you. No. Like, it's nothing. Like, you can't fuck with me, bro. I came over here to stare you in your face and then go clown you on fucking Twitter. You not even gonna see this tweet. Like, and then when you see it, what you gonna do? You gonna get mad? You gonna send some shit over here? We gonna fuck you up. Like,
yeah. I think that Trump, he might have been part of the Illuminati.
Most definitely. I feel like he was, and they kicked him out. I feel like they kicked him out because he was,
Because, like, you look at whatever he wanted. Yeah, you look back then when he was running, and he was still more or less a joke. People didn't really fear Trump until he actually won. Because, he was on SNL when he was the Republican candidate, and like he was still like more or less a darling of the media.
Yeah, people still hated him.
Yeah,
a little bit. But he was more. You could tell he was more like serious. Like he was trying to get there. Like I was trying to let people know, like I'm trying to do this.
Yeah.
Now it's like, no, I'm gonna win regardless. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, and like everybody didn't think he would win in 2016, and so they just played him up.
I didn't think they was gonna vote for him. I just knew him as the $1 million man at that time. Like, that's all I knew him as. Then when he became our president, I'm like, anybody could just become president. No, Trump got money and power. Like, and he knew exactly what he was doing. That's why I believe if he was running with, like, Kanye was with him. I feel like Kanye gave him some ideas and did some shit.
Well, now Kanye, like, disses him publicly.
Yeah, he hate him.
I don't get it. I don't know. But then again, it's Kanye.
It's Kanye.
He'll say some shit one day.
And then might apologize a week later, like, it's my fault. God came and talked to me and I was going through something.
Yeah. You see that video of Kanye just ranting in the White House? You remember that video? So it's Kanye, it's Jim Brown, and I think it's somebody else too. And Kanye, 10, 15 minutes. Trump's just sitting at his desk in the Oval Office. And Kanye is just saying... Actually, let me pull it up.
Yeah, pull it. I'll pull it up. I gotta see.
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you. We'll play it on the screen too.
He is funny. Kanye.
But
I love Kanye.
Yeah, for the people watching, I'll have it up on the bottom of the screen. Moment? Greatest Kanye moment.
He got so many.
I like when it was like 2, 3 in the morning at his house, and there was that the photographer, the paparazzi, and he's like, "What the fuck? Get the fuck out of my..."
At the garage.
The guy's like, "Good morning, Kanye." He's like, "Shut the fuck up."
That's shit funny because I ain't gonna lie. He all media cats. He dogs him. Like, he hate him. But I get it, though. As a celebrity, you might hate that shit, too. Like, you always around. Like,
oh, yeah, that'd be
leave me the fuck
obnoxious.
alone. Like, it's 4 a.m. I don't want to get up for this fucking business meeting I already got to go to. Yeah. You here with a fucking camera. Your whole crew. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, and paparazzi are out of pocket a lot.
My favorite Kanye moment is when he went on stage and took the Grammy.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's a good moment.
Who the fuck does
All right, so remember how I said that moment, it was like he was there for like 15 minutes?
Don't tell me he was there for an hour.
It was 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. So this is from the Washington Post. This is a video. I don't know. We'll watch the whole thing, but this is Kanye's full remarks in the Oval Office. So how about this? We put it like right here, so both of us can see.
Look at my man's face.
I know. Okay, so here we go. And I'll put this on full blast. So there's somebody else here that's talking to him. There's a bunch of reporters around. Here we go. By the way, Kanye got fat the past like 5 years, man.
To the point they were trying to say he was cloned too.
Yeah.
I feel like he's an old man.
Yeah. I'll tilt it to you more so. So if you don't see, Jim Brown is right here. And you'll see Jim Brown's face. He's like, what the fuck is he talking about? You know, Jim Brown's on there. He's like, he's falling asleep. Jim Brown's over here almost on death's door. Look at Trump. He's trying so hard just to focus and be serious. Yeah, I know.
And I know they only wrapped around.
Yeah, that's a pawn thing, you know what I mean? I'd rather be the guy they're taking pictures of. Could never dedicate my life to focusing on other people like that.
That's what I'm saying. I can never.
And then look at Trump, man. He's just trying to stay.
I'll take all pictures of Trump right now.
Yeah.
I'd never be in their face.
Yeah. Trump's just trying to be as serious as possible. Was married.
Shots fired naturally on accident. I just thought about it.
Yeah. Poor guy. Superman. I remember he said the MAGA hat gave him powers. I think he said bullshit. And poor Trump, he's just trying to focus. All right, we'll put this down. But just like with everything Kanye says, there's like a little bit of truth. But you saw Trump; he was just like,
he don't know shit he talk about.
Excuse me, fellas. But yeah, it's just funny how that whole relationship unfolded. And then I think honestly, maybe a year ago there was a rumored like dinner that he had with Trump. And this guy named, this guy named Milo Yiannopoulos.
Sound like,
you know who Milo Yiannopoulos is?
That last name sound familiar.
So he's like this. Basically, he went around college campuses. I don't want to misquote this. Milo Yiannopoulos went around college campuses, and essentially he was like a provocateur. He would like provoke a bunch of people. He's on the right, but he's more so a grifter. And Milo Yiannopoulos. Okay. So Milo is a British right-wing political commentator. His speeches and writings criticize Islam, feminism, social justice, and so on. And so he's a far-right reporter, basically. Okay. So he would go around college campuses and like just provoke them and stuff like that and piss them off like intentionally, because campuses are mostly like left-wing. Yeah. And so it was Kanye, Trump, and Milo, and they had this rumored meetup in Mar-a-Lago. So I think Kanye's good with Trump now, but it's just so funny how that whole relationship dynamic unfolded, because like Kanye at the time, I mean, he still is, in my mind, one of the biggest rappers in just general, you know what I mean? I mean, what did Donda sell? Was Donda wasn't...
I want to say it sold a lot.
It was a number 1 album.
Yeah,
so,
I want to say.
And it's crazy, too, because Kanye has had, like, just this longevity of a career.
A nice career.
When he could have died in the car accident, and that could have been it. But, like, he started rapping at, like, what, 22, 23 professionally? And now he's, like, 45? 46, maybe?
I like Kanye a lot.
Yeah.
I like Kanye a lot.
It's Kanye and Drake for me, but...
Kanye and Drake?
I've liked both of them since I was like in 6th, 5th grade.
See, I honestly just got into like Drake.
You're not the first person that's told me that.
Yeah, I just got into Drake. Like, and it was more so like, nah, he really a vibe. Like, it was like I'm just listening to him randomly. I'm like, okay, I like Drake. Drake's nice. Drake's nice.
But then, have you heard Bad Baby, whatever the girl, the Catch Me Outside girl? Have you heard that interview where she's like, "Oh yeah, I went to the Illuminati initiation. Yeah, I had to slaughter a goat or slaughter a pig, whatever. Drake was there." I don't know.
And that's why I'm like, I feel like some people just be saying shit to troll, or then I feel like some of them be saying it and they be like, they're not gonna take me serious. Like, no, we take you serious, like very serious. Like, once you're in the industry and you say anything about it, I take you very serious. Like, you did that.
Are you familiar with the adrenochrome conspiracy? Oh boy, you are in for a treat.
Let me see some new shit.
You have no idea about this at all, you're saying?
No idea. Like, I don't even know who that is.
Oh,
never even heard of this one.
It's not a person more so.
Oh, okay. See, that's how you know I'm clueless.
Wow, I'm surprised. All right. So, the adrenochrome conspiracy is, for lack of a better term, I'll just tell you what it is and then we'll read about it. The adrenochrome conspiracy is the conspiracy that Hollywood celebrities, in order to keep themselves young and vital, inject baby blood, essentially, into themselves to stay young and to keep appearing young. Okay.
Let me find out LeBron did some shit like that.
I don't know.
Nah, hell no.
All right, so this is from Wired. This is in 2020. The dark virality of a Hollywood blood harvesting company. A centuries-old anti-Semitic myth is spreading freely on far-right corners of social media, suggesting a new digital dark age has arrived. Okay. We're not going to read the whole thing. And they basically accuse celebrities of feeding off of the blood of children, talking about this rumor that the global elites torture children to harvest a chemical adrenochrome from their blood, which they inject in order to stay healthy and young. Okay, so that's all. That's all really what it is. And so this article was basically condemning it and saying, oh, no, this is just like a far-right rumor and this isn't true. But when you think about it, I mean, why do all these celebrities in Hollywood appear young?
Young as fuck. Like,
I'll list off a couple for you. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, the guy who played... Union. Yeah, Gabrielle Union. Okay. What about Sandra Bullock? What about Tom Cruise?
We got a lot. Let me see.
Jennifer Aniston.
What is her? Oh my God! I didn't even know who this. I didn't even know who she was, but I heard her name a lot. She's a black woman. She's older. She's like fucking 60.
You could look it up if you want.
She's like 60, but she looks fucking 20. Like, oh.
I mean, just going through.
But that's why you might be.
Oh no. What's her name? Trust me. I mean, who's the lady? Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani looks young as hell too, but she's 52, I think.
Like, and she looks. like 20. Like they're all 20. Like it's a lot of. I'm like you.
There's who's that lady? Heidi Klum on America's Got Talent. She's like 50. She's like a supermodel, and we just go on and on and on.
Damn, they're all celebrities. Like Jay-Z might be the only one that look old as shit.
But Jay-Z's just ugly, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
He's the only one that look old as shit.
No hate to Jay-Z, but Jay-Z's just ugly, you feel me?
Like Beyonce looks fucking like the same way she did when she first entered.
Yeah.
Like
Jennifer Lopez.
That's another one. I got to figure out who this is. Like.
All right, so this is.
I can't even think of it. It's gonna come to me. I'm gonna figure it out.
So, let me pull this up. And again, I apologize to everybody if you hear me tapping the keys. It's my fault. Alrighty. So, here we go. Pause this real quick.
Here's how you go from this.
Oh, shit.
That with Adobe
I want to get past this ad real quick here. Okay. So, I told you about the adrenochrome conspiracy, right? And once again, we'll tell everybody in the audience. So the adrenochrome conspiracy is the thought of Hollywood elites, actors, rappers, musicians, whatever, if you're an elite in Hollywood, taking the blood from a child, the adrenochrome, which is thought to be like if you're scared or if you have this just adrenaline running through you. Usually it's thought that these kids, they know they're going to be harmed, and at that point they take the blood, the adrenochrome from them, and inject them into the Hollywood elites, okay? So in order to stay young. And so people have been saying, no, this is not true, trying to like shoot it down, whatever. But then Sandra Bullock went on Ellen, this was like 5 years ago, and she talked about getting a penis facial. So everybody listen in. Okay, we'll put this on full blast.
I call it the penis facial.
I don't know if this is the right video. We'll see. Let's see here.
But what is it? It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came
Listen.
from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
So ignore the background music, everybody, because they just, I can never find the original video, but the original video, it's dead silent. And then they have Ellen, and I don't know why Ellen, because I believe she's part of it too. Have you seen the TikToks of her with the satanic picture in the background?
Yeah, her, the crib.
Yeah.
She got like 4 of them hanging out.
And it just makes me feel really uncomfortable. But okay, so you have all these people trying to disprove the adrenochrome conspiracy, and then somebody like Sandra Bullock literally says she gets a penis facial, and she she said like a Korean baby, so foreskin from a Korean baby. Yeah. And then she also says, we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but she says like, you look like a burn victim for about a day, and then you're all better after that. You look great. And so that just proves to me, bro, that this shit is real.
Like I believe everything they say. Like we live in a time now where, like I'm big on how can I say this? Like just finding out the truth. Just finding out the truth about this shit that we call life. Like honestly, like how the fuck did this really start? Like I want to know what passed, what really. Like I believe in the inner space motherfuckers that live inside. I believe in all that shit.
I try not to believe everything. Like I don't know if the Democrats are like lizard people.
I believe that shit.
All right, so but like how?
I believe that shit. That's what we got to figure out.
Explain it to me, because I fully don't believe. I don't believe that.
This is why I believe it.
All right, tell me about it.
Too many cartoons. First off.
Okay.
I believe our cartoons and movies are real life events that happen or will happen that they trying to tell us. So my favorite show, probably like 2 years ago, I just stopped watching it because I finished it and I just was like, I got enough. Inside Job.
Okay, I've heard of it.
It's real life shit, like everything. And the Democrat people are fucking lizards. And they go to the ritual, like they come like they be in a regular human suit.
Is it a cartoon?
It's a cartoon.
Is that the one where the dad's like on?
The dad's a fucking super drugged up scientist and the daughter's taking over.
And then they go down.
They go down to the. I swear, in the fucking intro, they're going down a fucking elevator, and it's every fucking level is different shit. Like you got mutant animals, mutant people, fucking jumbo people with like crazy all like fucking flying shit with big ass eyes. Like they just trying shit on people. I swear, like I believe in that shit. And then, okay, how we know lizards camouflage. I feel like that's their camouflage. Us. And it's too much shit that we can't explain to really know for a fact. Like we don't know what the fuck was here before us. Like aliens is a thing.
There's got to be people out there.
That's why I'm big on it. I believe it's lizard people. We have fucking half horse, half men people before.
You said movies and cartoons are like either what's happened already or what will happen.
I believe that.
And we talked about this as well before this was a couple of days ago. The Mandela effect.
Big one.
And so what was like the one you were talking
Chick-fil-A.
about? All right, so explain that to everybody.
I remember Chick-fil-A being just 1C. Like vividly in a white box. When I was younger and I used to get the fucking 8-count nuggets, my mom used to give me that shit with CHIC. Like I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like everybody argued like, no, it's always been a K. Fuck out of here. No, I believe it's been a C. Like it's been a C before. And it's like I get people can make hella fake images and do it and like I believe it most definitely was a C on there.
Well, let me tell you something. There are a lot of conspiracies. There was another one I read on Twitter that the Fruit of the Loom logo had a cornucopia. I think it was a man or a woman was arguing it had a cornucopia. Let me look this up real quick.
Yeah, see, I never seen that one. I seen the Fruit Loop one. Like I seen all kind, and I believe it. And I be sitting there like, maybe what if we really just don't be paying attention and it just.
All right, so yeah, somebody thought that the Fruit of the Loom logo had a cornucopia, and people were saying, it didn't. Well, this lady went to like her old shirt or old underwear and found the cornucopia on the old Fruit of the Loom logo. And let's look at this. So
what the fuck are they gonna say about that?
So, okay, everybody doesn't know the Mandela effect. If you haven't looked it up already, because you're confused about us rambling on and on. So the Mandela effect involves a large number of people remembering. So in this case, the Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia on the logo, despite the logo never having the item on it. Existence of the logo at some point is additionally supported by an amount of unreliable circumstantial evidence. Let me get the real Mandela effect definition, though, because I just want everybody to understand what it is before we go on.
She got her old shirt.
Because this is the first time I've talked about the Mandela effect on here. Alrighty, so for everybody listening, the Mandela effect is an observed phenomenon in which a large segment of the population misremembers a significant event or shares a memory of an event that did not actually occur. So here's a couple examples. So what is the most famous Mandela effect? Popular examples include misremembering Mr. Monopoly wearing a monocle, incorrectly remembering the last name of the Berenstain Bears family, and misremembering Mickey Mouse as wearing suspenders. So, I'm not going to lie.
Mickey Mouse wore suspenders?
I don't know. But I thought that the Monopoly man did wear a monocle.
What's a monocle?
Like Monopoly, the little...
Oh, that. Mm-hmm. He most definitely, the original man had that.
Yeah.
Now he don't have nothing. The original man for sure had the little... See, it's called a monocle. I called it the shirt pocket. The shirt pocket watch. Like, because I always seen it hang from like right here and shit, and they just sit it up there and all.
Right?
Yeah.
I remember it too. But it says right here, interestingly, research proves that the rich Uncle Pennybags never wore a monocle. Not even in his earliest form, when released in 1936, did he wear a monocle or any kind of glasses for that kind of matter. So I'm looking right now, and I cannot find him wearing a monocle.
But I vividly remember him.
So do I.
Like, I know for a fact, on the fucking big box on the front of that motherfucker, he's holding it he's holding the damn thing.
Yeah. So, okay. So, putting that aside. Now,
that shit's ass.
Now everybody knows what the Mandela effect is if you haven't. You were talking about before that you think that movies are examples of things that either have happened or will happen.
Simpsons is cold.
And Elon Musk talks about there's a 1 in 3 chance that we are currently living in a simulation. And so what if the Mandela effect is a glitch in the simulation, and so that like for whatever reason, they just changed it. And real life is outside of the simulation, similar to the Matrix. And the thought is that maybe we are living in a Matrix now.
I believe we live in. I believe in all that. Like I'm weird. Like a lot of people gonna hate me for this shit. But like I feel like a lot of the religion shit. Like you can believe in what you believe in. I feel like religion is made up.
Really?
I'm huge on that. Like I be really trying to find the truth, and if I break down my theory to people, like okay, so I'm gonna say
you can break it down.
The Bible. I say the Bible because it's the easiest shit. I like to put real life perspective shit that's going on now into back then circumstances to see if it fit and makes sense.
Okay.
And I honestly believe I had the perfect theory to fucking life on the Jesus and like God side, but I'm still trying to figure out everything else. It might not be right. I personally believe, like I believe it is a God. We have a higher power for sure, and that's where I just be like, what the fuck is this shit like that we go through?
It's very hard for us to like, contemplate.
We have to go. Ain't no telling how far we have. Like, they can't give us shit. Even in the fucking movies and shit, like with dinosaurs 200 million years ago and all that other shit. How do we know that shit? Like, that's where I go. I honestly believe it all started at a point of time where it was random people here, however the fuck we got here, which is still clueless. Somewhere down the line, Mary cheated on her man.
Interesting thought, but continue.
She got pregnant. Didn't want to tell him it's not yours, 'cause obviously they're virgins.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep with you.
Mm-hmm.
God gave me this child and wants us to raise this child together. Okay? God's child, born, boom. He's brought up. That's God's child. So everybody do everything he says.
Okay.
Everybody love him. It's 12 people that follows him his whole life. If you follow me every day from sun up to sundown, 12 people, and we have the same, everything you hear me say, I say, I never had one-on-one talks. I talk to everybody.
Right.
I'm feeding loaves of bread, the wine. You should not have 12 different books of me.
What do you mean?
Like the 12, what's they called, apostles?
Mm-hmm.
They all have different
Or the
versions.
disciples.
Disciples,
Yeah.
They have different versions of him. All books are different storylines of, and then they all talks about Jesus like different way. And I feel like if one person was at the table jealous of him and was plotting to kill him and he knew this shit already, wouldn't everybody want to do that? Because you're doing the same, like, and that's where I feel like they put it into humanity of where we have different feelings of like jealousy and all this other. That's where they brought it in. Off of this book, they're like, oh, look at this. They read this first one, this second one, this third one. They're all different. So it's like, oh, he was jealous of him. I honestly feel like shit was just made up. Like I don't know. I don't believe in it. I can't. It's because it's too much shit that's outside of the Bible that goes on. And I feel like
what?
Aliens. I say aliens. I don't feel like aliens was some new shit that just popped up.
No, I think if there is aliens, they've been here for a long time.
Forever.
Yeah.
Especially have the shit that they have. Like spacecrafts. Like I'm huge on that. Like I look shit up like that. They disappear like that on you. Then they go underwater. They can go underwater and fly at the same speed. Like
I've seen that, yeah.
that shit is like underground. We only discovered 5% of fucking water for real.
Yeah, they say we haven't discovered virtually anything. We know more about space than we do about the ocean. Yeah.
So how can you give me all these fucking fish?
I mean, it was thought to be a miracle. You know what I mean?
That's how the fuck.
You're talking about the story of when he just
Even now in today's time, how the fuck do we know about the fucking giant squids and all them?
you're not talking about like the biblical story.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about like right now, like so.
Okay.
It's just shit we just can't. I feel like everything turns into we want to figure it out.
Yeah.
Nobody can figure out the real.
We're human, so it's,
Yeah.
it's like a natural inclination to try and figure it out. We don't know that much about dolphins either.
No.
Dolphins get sexually attracted to humans.
To humans.
There was that one lady that was experimenting with NASA, I think, and she would jerk the dolphin off. As like part of like an experiment or whatever, and the dolphin was living in captivity, but the dolphin would be like erratic, and then after she jerked the dolphin off, it would calm. And I mean, she got fired, I'm pretty sure, from her practice. But it's just very interesting. The dolphins are naturally very horny.
To humans.
Yeah.
Anytime, it could be a male, female. As soon as you get in the water and the dolphin is near you, like you see it all the time at the little SeaWorld thing.
Yeah.
They will power hump they would dog some shit on the side.
It's crazy.
It's like, yeah, you were horny for like 10 years. You had to be. The way and that's why I believe in mermaids, shit like that. Like, why do you feel like that towards us?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
You think we're one of them?
I don't know. Let me turn my mic up.
They're down there. Like, they're down there.
I don't know, like, what's out there. I definitely believe in the Bible. In my opinion, obviously. We have different opinions. But, like, yeah, I believe in the Bible. I believe that Jesus Christ was, a real person and stuff like that. I mean, here's the thing. Like, we have different opinions, and that's what this podcast is for, man.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's an interesting perspective for sure.
That's just me being an outsider.
Yeah.
I look at it and I just see regular life shit, and I be like, yo.
And I understand, man, because, like, I've heard other people talk about this, too, on, like, podcasts, and just other people that I know, they're very skeptical of religion because of the money thing. I understand it.
See, okay, the money thing, now, I just feel like that's when it just come into...
I mean, we're humans, right? Yeah. We're imperfect beings, and so the thought of, like...
gonna fuck up. Yeah. That's why you're allowed to sin.
Yeah.
And forgive me for my sin.
Yeah.
That's exactly... Money, who... Yeah.
I was talking about this with friends on the last podcast, and I want to get your perspective now that we're kind of like talking about religion. It's interesting because, like, for being a Muslim, right, you have Islamophobia. Mm-hmm. Being anti-Jewish, it's like anti-Semitic. But for the third biggest religion, you don't have like a word for like people being like anti, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have like an anti-Christian or anti-Catholic. There's no word to describe it, and I don't know. I'm not really going in it with it. I just figured it was always like really interesting, you know what I mean?
And I feel like it's like they try to,
and like in the media, if you're like Islamophobic or anti-Semitic, they'll like shame you. Yeah, you know what I mean? But they're very quick to.
If you say something about a God or a Jesus in the sense of Christianity,
they're very quick to criticize it. It's just interesting. That's all I wanted to say.
I'm like that too. That's why I'm saying I feel like it's the beliefs and shit though, because like Christian people are like they're taught to be like super, be like pure, be.
Well, it depends, man. Now there's like all kind of branches. So you have like the Catholic branch, and then a lot of like the evangelical branches from that.
But it's like then like a Muslim group, they're like pretty much. You believe, we got beliefs, everybody got beliefs, but it's like we're free though, like for sure free. I feel like
free will.
Yeah, like
yes.
I feel like Christianity, you have to really like watch, like if you are truly living by it, like they live their life to try to be perfect, like to be accepted by God, I have to boom boom. Not certain a lot of cases in people, but certain people really do try to take every day like 100%. You're humans, you're gonna mess up.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where a lot of other religions. That's why it's more like they shame more, because it's like, oh, you're not trying to live right anyway though.
Yeah.
Like how you believe in this, and then you got your Christians where it's like we're gonna criticize it because no, y'all shouldn't do this, y'all should. And that's why I don't get into it. I feel like it's just a belief.
Yeah.
But at some point, I believe in all of these different religions. It comes to a point like. Somewhere in the middle, they meet. Everything adds up. And it's just where stories branch off. That's like if I told you a story about, let's say somebody was fighting, like right here. Boom, one guy punched one guy, the other punched him, he fall to the ground, that's just it. I can tell you that, and then you can go tell somebody else, like, man, they was in the hallway fighting, he threw like 50 punches. And I feel like that's the same shit as religion. Like, I look at everything like regular life shit.
Interesting.
And that's literally, but I be telling everybody, you can believe what you want to believe. 1,000%, most definitely. Because I can't prove you wrong.
Right, yeah. And that's the thing I hate with, like, people, not really, I mean, it could be Christian, it could be Muslim, Jewish, whatever. Anything. The thought of knowing what's going to happen after we die, you don't know.
That's still a puzzle to everybody.
Nobody knows.
No religion knows that. You can have all this shit that lead up to it before you.
But we don't know.
When you die, nobody can tell you. Nobody.
That's why you got to have faith, man.
You got to have faith. And I believe in reincarnation.
Interesting.
I believe in reincarnation. And I only say that because my grandfather is like one of my favorite persons ever. Like that was in my life. Like if my daughter wasn't born, my grandpa would be number one still. Like
really?
My daughter only passed him up because that's my daughter. Like
makes sense.
Grandpa's number one. My grandpa was a special character. Like he caught a pet hawk. Like, he caught a hawk. Like, he dove on a hawk.
Really?
And caught it. Like, captured it, went and bought a glove. And, like, really used to sit on his hand, used to fly away and come back.
No way. When was this?
This was like, man, my mom would tell you this shit too. Like, everybody in my family would tell you. This was like 2008.
So you were a little kid.
Like, I was young, so it was amazing to me. Like, he'd throw it out in the morning, he'd go in the house. He'd be in the house all day, 6 hours, 7 hours. As soon as he put this glove on and go out and do this, like a movie, it'll come right down and land on his arm.
Huh.
I swear to God. I think my grandpa probably died in like 2012, 2011. I don't remember. But I was on the porch one day, and this is when I just came home from college. I figured I was gonna make music. I just was doing a little good on the music side. I had my first show coming up that weekend. And I was like, damn, I wish my grandpa was here for me to see this shit. On everything I love, I was telling my grandma, a hawk fucking flew into the tree next to my grandma's shit and stood right there and was sitting there the whole time I was playing my music, listening to figure out what song I was gonna play.
Really?
When I turned my music off and it was onto the actual like artist that's already out there, the hawk flew away, took off. I was like, what the
Really?
Playing my shit again, the motherfucker flew right back to the tree again. I swear to God, I said, that shit real. That shit real. I don't care. It's real. It's real.
It's an interesting perspective to
And
have.
you ever get your people that's like, oh, you look like somebody down the line in your family, or you act like somebody. I believe in that shit. Yeah, hell, because I act just like my grandpa.
In my opinion, I always thought that was like just genes, genetics.
Yeah, most definitely. That's why it's always
it's all
two-way,
like, opinion.
Two-way street. It's
opinion,
always a
man.
two-way street.
That's all it is. And like, it's just fascinating. You see like your DNA, like their actions are imprinted on you.
Literally, from the first person in your family all the way down. Like, that shit's crazy.
Bro, I even remember reading, not on Twitter, maybe it was on Twitter, some article, that women who have trauma when they're pregnant, they like pass it on to their baby in the womb. And I mean, that's just like a little tidbit of like what I read.
I can believe that because honestly,
to an extent, they pass it on.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that because, yeah, my daughter's crazy. My daughter's crazy. Her dad was a little throwed off. I was a little crazy. I used to get mad fast as hell. Like, my daughter just like me. And I'd be looking at her like, calm down. What did you so? And my grandma, my mom, they all look at me like, you. Like, that's you. That's all you. This is what we had to deal with. Now you got to deal with it. I'm like,
that's funny.
Oh, yeah, nah. That's why she runs the show. That's why she runs the show. Because I know when I didn't get my way, when I was younger like that, I get mad like a kid. My daughter liked to storm off. She liked to run. Like, it's so cute, though. Like, it's funny. I laugh every time. She'd be like, no, you're mean. And she'd stomp away from me. Okay, you got it. Go ahead. And I can mess with her.
All right, so what are your thoughts on, like gentle parenting?
Gentle parent, you need it. I feel like you need both. Mm-hmm. But to a certain extent, like I was in a household where I got my ass whooped, but I was a badass kid. Like I needed my ass whooped, like most definitely. My mom was soft as hell. Like my mom was soft as hell, but she'll whip my ass. But she'll whip my ass, and then it'd be like, oh, I should have never did that to my son. So then she'd have to call my uncle, like, oh, Byron done did this, come get him. And then he'd come fuck me up. And then she'd be like, why'd you do that? Why'd you whoop him like that? And like, you called me. So then it got to the point he stopped whooping us. Like, I'm not whooping y'all. She called me. And then now that I'm a dad, I done took so many ass whoopings. It's like, I don't want to whoop my child. Like, no. Like, certain times, yeah, you for sure, you need your ass whooped or pop, whatever it is. I feel like gentle parenting is the best shit ever because you won't break your kid. You don't know your child's personality when they fucking 4 and 5, honestly. You just know they're a kid. They just living life. So if you're blowing down, yelling at them all the time, like, when they fuck up, they're kids. Like, I feel like you shouldn't really get into the hard parenting when, like, life starts to really settle around the kid. Like, right now, 4, 5, 3, they're going around daycare. They're going around other kids. Kids pick up tendencies from other kids. Like, my daughter went through a phase, like, 2 months of cussing.
Really?
So she got whooped for that. Like, we didn't play that shit. No, she got in trouble, like, bad. She was at school cussing, like, and it was like, the other kids here's doing it.
Yeah.
We took her out to this school, put her into a different school. She hasn't had another problem. She ain't cussing no more. Stop. She probably only got whooped probably like 4 times for cussing and probably have 20 talks. And now it's like her and my little sister, they hear somebody say a cuss word, they be like, watch your mouth. Like, I'm like, you don't need to whoop kid. I'm gentle parenting. I like gentle parenting. I don't like to yell at my daughter. Make me feel like I'm being mean. Like, she tell me, like, Dad, you're being mean. Like, I be feeling bad when my daughter run and cry from me. Like, I whooped you or yelled at you, now you crying. Like, now I'm sad. Now I got to tell her, come here. I got to promise her ice cream and cookies and all. It takes away the whole discipline thing. So I always like, if you just talk They understand it more. Because I know I got my ass whooped a lot, and it made me do more stuff. Like, all right, bet. Now this time I'm gonna just try to do it like this, and I still got whooped for that. Like, I love gentle parenting. I'm for gentle parenting for sure.
Well, I'm happy that being a father brings you so much joy, man.
Man, I love it.
I'm looking forward to it whenever it happens for me.
I'm telling you, you gonna love it. You go have a boy.
Okay. So hold on. There's a thought that you can control with the gender of your child by the position. Is that true? Do you have? I mean, you obviously have experience with that. So have you found that to work?
I honestly believe it goes off of what's in your family.
I hear the doggy is guaranteed boy.
That's false.
Or no, hold on. Reverse cowboy is reverse cowgirl guaranteed boy. Whatever it is. Because I asked my...
I got to try something soon. Then I got to figure...
Because I asked my girlfriend's brother and her sister-in-law, I asked them if it was true. Because they have a boy. I said, how'd you get a boy? I was like, because reverse cowgirl is like the thing. It's like guaranteed boy. I probably made them feel uncomfortable, so...
Nah, I honestly, like, that shit is funny to me because I remember being... I remember looking some shit up like that, like, what position can give you a guaranteed boy? Like, yeah, like, nah, I really believe it's off of, like, your family. Like,
it has to be,
Because, like, we were boy dominant. My family is boy dominant, like, boy dominant for sure. Mm-hmm. So, with me growing up, we had no girls.
Interesting.
Like, none. Avi was the first girl brought into the family. She goes to Ursuline, so she's one.
Oh, no way. That's cool.
Yeah, she'll go to Ursuline. She's a U. But... she was the only girl, and she was with all boys. All boys. Then it went to me. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to have a boy. Girl. Okay. Chain of thoughts. My mom later has a kid right after me, which is shocking. Like, my mom had a baby. Girl. My mom has all boys and now a girl.
Wow.
My uncle had another baby right after that. Well, before my mom, but he had a baby right after Avi.
Yeah.
Girl.
Huh.
Straight girls. My cousin, Taj, once again, we're boy heavy. Mm-hmm. Girl.
Interesting.
Like his first child, girl. Like, my dad had a baby like, this is all in the same, all of our kids are like the same age almost.
Huh.
From cousin, mom, dad, like everybody.
Yeah.
Girls.
That's so interesting, man.
Everything restarts.
Yeah.
We went from nothing but basketball hoops and footballs and wrestlers to now the house is full of pink Barbie doll shit, electric scooters, that's Minnie Mouse. Like, it's hectic. Have a boy. Then you can be more lenient when you have a boy.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Girl, oh my, you can't do shit. I can't do nothing.
Really?
Daddy's favorite girl. Like, she's gonna come around. I can't go nowhere. At the point in time when I was smoking, like, and I have to go upstairs and I go smoke, she wanna come up there. No, stay down. Okay. 5 minutes later, she done snuck in, closed the door. She's crawling up the steps trying to not make no noise. And as soon as she gets to the top, she blows it every time. She jumps out. Surprise! I'm here. Get your ass downstairs. What are you? If you had, I'm telling you, a son, you can do so much stuff. You can discipline a son different.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
little chest punch, bro. Get your shit together.
Yeah, it's different how you raise a boy and a girl for sure.
And people hate it because they don't like it, but I be trying to tell people you gotta accept that. You can't do certain shit with a boy that you can do with a girl. You can't do certain shit with a girl that you can do with a boy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be raised like us.
Yeah.
Girls would be fucked up if they was raised like us.
Facts.
And we'd be fucked up if we was raised like them.
Facts.
They don't get that.
I want to pivot a little bit, and I don't usually say I want to pivot, but we haven't talked about your music career at all.
My music, okay, we can talk about the music.
I mean, you do rap, you are a rapper.
Absolutely.
And so, when did going to Houston factor into the whole equation for you?
Okay, I met a girl. Okay, we're gonna get into this story.
Oh boy, here we go.
I was not looking for another relationship since my baby mom, since me and her separated. I fully wanted to be there for my daughter. Granted, because my father was always in jail, so I didn't want to have to deal with none of that. I wanted to be there, be a dad, strictly a dad. At some point, you start to, I want to fuck around with somebody. Like, let me see. Let me just start getting a little. So I was on Instagram. I DM'd somebody that I should have never even found. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I should have never found her. And my first message to her was literally like, "Oh, you about to be my girlfriend."
Oh,
like,
shit.
Plain just like that. And then we just went from there. She texted me. I got her number. We was talking. And then I was making music. And I just started to get a little buzz around the area, a little bit out of town stuff. And I remember I had something in Houston.
How'd you get that thing in Houston?
Do not know. I got DM'd.
Really?
And somebody said, "Would you like to perform at a birthday party?" I told him no. Like, no.
So at the time, you live in Ohio, though.
Yeah, I was living in Ohio. Like, had no intentions of going anywhere. Like, zero. I told him no. I forget that I'm talking to this girl that lives in Houston. So I go, I'm about to text him back and I'm about to go do it.
So you just DM'd her off a whim, knowing that she's in Houston?
No, I DM'd her on just seeing her. Like, didn't know she was in Houston, nothing. So when we talking, though, then I found out she was in Houston. Then I get this gig. I turned the gig down, but then I remember, oh, she's in Houston. I go DM the dude back, like, let me get the gig. Oh, the spot took it up. So now I'm telling her, like, oh, yeah, we gonna kick it. She comes up. She flew up before I even went down. She flew up. We kicked it off and everything. Became my girlfriend, literally how I planned it. And, yeah, I think I got, if I want to be clear, it was like 2,300, like 22. I got a check in the mail like 23 or 22 from performing at a club.
Really?
I never told my mom. Like, they're going to see this shit and flip out. Never told my mom. I never told my grandma. No, but I don't know where the fuck I really had a real check for music. I said.
Was that the first time?
The first time. Like, the very first time I ever made any dollars, like, on fucking music. Like, I got the United Masters thing. I didn't have no money on there. Like, you sent me a fucking check in the mail. And it was for me performing at some other little shit that I did. Never told nobody about it. I took that fucking money, instantly bought a flight, and took all my shit to Houston.
Damn. So like you
off
had
of
all
$2,300.
Wow. And so where do you stay in Houston when you lived there?
Like 40 minutes outside of downtown Houston.
No shit. I've never been there, honestly. I've been to Dallas, been to San Antonio, been to Austin, never been to Houston.
It ain't for me.
Really?
It ain't for me.
Drake seems to love it.
Drake's a party guy. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh,
like,
makes sense.
Houston is a Sunday to Monday, Monday to Sunday party place.
Really?
And I can't do it.
That's
And
why
the girl
Deshaun
that
Watson
I
left.
was talking to, that's my baby still. She get on my fucking nerves.
Sorry if you see this.
She gonna see it and cuss me out. She parties. Like, she loves to kick it. She love to kick it. Even when she be like, she'll tell me, like, we get in arguments because she'll be like, oh, I'm not doing nothing today. She'll be down the street at her friend's house, like 5 of them, they all drinking, kicking it. I'd be like, you're doing something. Like, that's something. Like, Houston really is like, they don't chill. Like, their chill is a function of us, like a little kickback.
I see.
So it's like, I always tell her, I like to stay home. I don't like to do nothing.
I get it.
Down there probably brought the most, oh my God, the most problems just for me on a going outside, because it's like I'm very uncomfortable when I go out, because I don't want to be out. I gotta really have a purpose to be out. If we just out, you just drug me out, I most definitely will stand in the club all day, like straight face, don't care.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not mad, I'm not bored, I'm having a good time. You just can't tell, because I like to be home. Like, if I'm home, I'm gonna be the same way. Straight face, sitting in the house, probably smoking, playing Warzone. Like,
yeah,
well, nothing big going on.
Especially if, a girl was to bring you around her friends that you don't really.
I'm around her friends. I don't know none of them.
You don't really fuck with.
The dudes, I don't know none of them. I don't. And they used to always. It took one of her friends that was a male that had a friend from up north, because Southern hospitality is a real thing, like a super real thing.
Yeah.
Like, to the point, to me, it was like, I'm okay. Like, I'm good. Y'all don't have to give me everything. But they really just out of love, like, we see you not from here, we gonna make you feel comfortable. That's makes me feel uncomfortable. Like, it's random people bringing you food. Like, they're buying food. Like, they buying real food. They bringing you liquor. You don't even know this man. He bringing you fucking liquor. Girls bringing you shots. Everybody really. And it comes off disrespectful when you, like, turn it down.
Really?
And I found out the hard way. Like, got into it with her over because she was like, no, because you're being an asshole, you're being rude. I'm like, I don't want no fucking drink from nobody, dude. One of her friends come up to her, was like, he's just from up north, that's just how they is. You just don't go talk to random people.
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't do that. Like, you mind your business and kick it. We talk. You're not gonna bring nobody no random.
That's
like,
interesting.
$20. Like, here, bro, go get yourself something to drink.
Yeah. Wow.
Did I look like I needed $20 from you or something? Like, that's how we look at it. Like,
yeah.
But to them, they look at it like, oh, appreciate it, bro.
Huh.
is different.
Yeah.
Every culture's like everywhere. Oh my!
And that's what I was saying before. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if down the line we had like areas of this country that were broken up and made into little countries.
I'm telling you, because we could. But that's why. And then that's another thing. The music took off down there in Houston because I love Houston music culture. It's different.
Like the slow rap.
Like even this fast rap, like just the whole music culture. Because one thing I would say about Houston, I learned a lot. Music is bigger than just fucking rap. Me personally, when I first started rapping was like the only fucking music that mattered. If you listen to slow shit to me, you were soft as hell. Like if you was listening to like a fucking like Yeet and all them, like you were weird as fuck to me.
Is Yeet from there?
No. I'm just saying, like, if you was just listening to them, kind of like that was going down there. All them genres is in Houston, and you will hear it. The coldest shit I ever heard is poetry.
Really?
They're big on poetry down there.
Like poetry with like a beat?
You stand without a beat.
Oh.
You will stand up there in front of a crowd full of people, and you will looking at everybody. You wrote poetry.
Huh.
And I said, no, this culture is different. Then, this is where you get good at. This is where the music took off at. I'm shy. I was shy for my music. The girl, Stina Ass, I'm going to say her name. Stina Ass put my song gave it to the DJ. Mm-hmm. And our friend that just passed, Ron, the song was with him. Mm-hmm. He was the first person I made a song with in Houston. And he came up to me, he said, look, I'm going to rap my part, and then when you hear your part, just walk on up. And he was like, they all going to love it.
All right.
I'm like, all right, bet. I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, you waiting for your part. My part slowly creeping in. It's taking me so long to realize, like, bro, get the fuck up and walk to the stage. Like, as soon as I get up and I start walking, it was everybody like, they just start cheering out of nowhere, like, oh, Stina dude going up there, oh my God, what the? I'm rapping, they loving it, like, they loving it. They got this night that's called, what is it called? It's a karaoke night. But I forget, it's the first Monday every month. And they're allowed to boo you if you're ass.
All right, makes sense.
I fuck with it. Because people in Houston, I'm telling you, I done seen people get booed. Nobody takes it personal. I literally watched a dude step off stage and talk to the owner. The owner like, yeah, it's cool, next time, just get him next time. He said, nah, that's cool. I just came here to see exactly what I need to fix something. Like, everybody take criticism, perfect, cool. I seen so many people get booed. I seen so many people get cheered for. I got cheered for every time. And I'm like, this shit is lit. Like, these people really listen. Like, they will stop doing what they doing and sit here and pay attention to you.
Damn.
And I said, if I can do this with them, this music should be easy. Like, it'd be easy. From one performance over there turned into 3 performances to damn near me going every Monday trying to perform and just have fun to. I wasn't even really dropping music out there because I didn't have a studio. That's another thing. Bigger city studios cost more money. Never knew that shit. I thought I was going to go around on Youngstown prices forever.
Makes sense when you think about it, though. You know what I mean?
From 25 and 30 to fucking 75 to 100
per hour.
Oh, my gosh. It would not be a lot of music made. And it's like, not when I first went down there. Fuck no. I came off with $2,300. Like, literally, I probably had like, at this point in time, I just left college. So.
Where'd you go? I remember you used to play college basketball.
Yeah, I went to, my first year I went to Wright State Lake. And that's when I had my daughter. I sat out a year. And then next year I went to Centralia College in Washington. And that's where my career ended.
Washington State?
I broke my hand.
Were you like in Washington State, though?
Yeah, yep.
No shit.
Yeah. Cold.
No shit.
Rain.
You're right by.
Constant.
You're right by Canada.
Oh, my God. Like, I don't think people realize that. Like, yeah, crazy. Like, and it was in the middle of fucking nowhere, Washington. Like,
really?
Nothing was around me. Like, my best restaurant was fucking KFC and A&W. Terrible choices.
Yeah.
Decent, but terrible choices to eat.
And like, you know.
I have nowhere else to go. Like, nowhere else to go.
Really? What were you surrounded by? Just like woods?
Mountains.
Because I know over there, like Oregon, there's a lot of woods. Mountains.
Like, I forget the name of the mountain. And it was just mountains is really big as fuck. Like,
yeah, no shit.
Yeah, like compared to somebody that's here, we don't see shit like that.
We got a garbage mountain down the road.
You feel me? So like we far as fuck from the mountain, but the motherfucker is like it's like it's right in front of you. And I remember just driving on the freeway, we just getting closer and closer. And the dude that he lived out there that was on our team, he telling us the mountain. He like, yeah, if you get closer, you can see like where the volcano blows up and shit. I'm like, volcano?
Holy shit.
He like, yeah. He like every other day we have a helicopter that come around here and fly around and make sure it's not about to get active. The next day it was the fucking two of them flying around and shit.
Have you ever seen Rambo?
Never.
Is it like that? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I gotta see Rambo. Let me.
I'll show you.
No, I need to watch Rambo too. I always say that since a kid.
The first one.
Watch that shit.
The first one.
Everybody
The
say.
first one. Yeah.
They said the first one.
Let me show you here, because I think I know what you're talking about.
But that shit is huge. Like one of the best shit I ever seen. And people go climb mountains out there. Like
Really?
oh my, I couldn't do none of that shit. I feel like I never would have made music if I didn't go to that school. I feel like
Really?
everything that went out there was supposed to happen. I broke my hand out there. That's why I started playing basketball.
Damn.
Fractured my shit like completely.
And it wasn't able to be healed.
That I got a plate in this. I got a plate, a rod, and 2 pins.
This is like what I'm talking about. It was like similar to that.
I swear to God, this is exactly what it looked like driving. But we'd be on the freeway, so it won't be no buildings around.
Yeah.
And it's far as fuck though. We're not even close.
That's
like we're
so
not
crazy.
close. Like we was not nowhere near it. Like he was literally telling us this shit was like fucking 8 cities away. Like, and they, you know how they cities is. That shit is huge. It's not like our shit. You can't go from Youngstown to Boardman in 15 minutes. No, to get from Centralia where I was at to Seattle was like an hour 40. That was the closest one.
Yeah, out west it's different, man.
Oh my.
I remember we used to go on like summer road trips all the time because my mom's a travel agent. And so it was fun, man. I'm very grateful, very blessed. But I remember.
You've been flying since you was a kid?
No, we would drive.
Oh, okay.
We fly now. Okay. But bro, I remember like just driving from like town to town. It was crazy. Hour, like you say, hour and a half. Like you just New Mexico, for example, just desert. You know,
I can tell you about that for sure. I've been in there.
I remember like just like all these wind farms too. When you're out west, all these for like miles and miles and miles. There's just like these fan. What are they called? Like wind fans or whatever.
I call them the Kobe fans.
Why so?
Some of them got the fucking Kobe emblem.
Really?
On them. If you ever look at it, some of them got the
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Pins.
Yeah,
it's the fucking Mamba symbol.
Wind
like,
farms.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep. And I sit there, I'll be like, oh, the Kobe pin. When I see them, I think of Kobe every time.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
just see
Kobe
it. It's
pins.
like, what the fuck?
And they're out there, and I'm like, what the fuck is these for? Like, shit is different. It's a lot of shit that go on that we don't have. That like, I don't think people would come here and be like. I'd be shocked when people come here and be amazed. Like, I'm like, do you know what the fuck you have? Like, I want to see a mountain. Like, that shit's hard. You wake up to that shit's hard.
It's just so crazy, like the geography of the United States when you really think about it. Like we are such a diverse country.
Like shit is weird because
nobody else has that. You know,
palm trees.
Yeah, how do you get someplace like Florida and then someplace like Vermont and Maine and over there and then Oregon, Washington, and then California too, and then you have places like Chicago here, like the Midwest.
This shit is confusing because I feel like
in the Bible Belt, like how do you? It's all
that's
different.
my thing. If we all under one fucking thing, and if it rains, to me, if you ask me, it's supposed to rain over the whole United States when it rains.
Right.
This shit will only rain on the north side of fucking Youngstown.
Yeah.
But in Boardman, they clears. It's weird. I don't get it.
I never got weather.
I don't get weather. I feel like that's controlled. Yeah. I feel like you can make weather because we've been in science classes and shit. We see motherfuckers make snow and do shit like.
We're gonna get into this conspiracy now.
Yeah, come on.
It's been thought, that there's like a weather machine. Who's trying to create weather? Wasn't somebody trying to create somewhere?
I think somebody was.
Let me turn this down. Something like Saudi Arabia, maybe. Somebody trying to control the weather, like in China. Let's see here.
What was the one dude name from here that was on the news back in the day? I for sure thought he controlled the weather. That shit's funny. His name was Morgan something.
I don't know.
I gotta look. Let me see if I can look him up. I used to for sure say this dude controls the weather. He was the Youngstown's news weather reporter. Like,
let's see here. Here's how humans can control the weather to make rain. Let's see how this goes.
Hi, Frank George here.
Apologies for the ads, everybody.
EMS is electrical muscle stimulation.
All right, so this is how humans can control the weather, I guess.
You may call it controlling the weather, but in scientific terms, it's known as weather modification. Bottom line, it's just a fancy way of explaining how people alter weather conditions on a small or big scale. So let's start with why it's getting so much attention. Over the summer, you may have seen stories about what's called cloud seeding. Weather experts in Dubai launched laser drones, yes.
Dubai, Saudi Arabia, okay.
Laser drones to shock rainwater out of the sky and help cool down extremely hot days.
So it is real.
While it worked and the area did see some rain, it's not really an exact science. At least
How it worked.
Essentially, the process.
It worked. They cooled it down. They made rain happen. See how they try to cover shit? They try, we're gonna. Them dudes better get up out of there with their invention.
I mean, and it's a black lady, so you think she would tell the truth, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, they better get up out of there with them. This is the guy that thought controlled the weather.
Rick Morgan. Last left the WKME. Interesting. So you thought he controlled it?
Remember him?
No.
Oh, my God. I know who y'all know who Rick Morgan is. I for sure used to think this dude controlled. He was the weatherman, like for Youngstown. So I for sure thought he controlled our weather.
This video is interesting. I'm gonna play it. We got like a minute left of this.
But they can't really control things like how much rain an area will get. And this idea of cloud seeding isn't a new one. Since the 1940s, silver iodide and other chemicals have been released by planes up in the atmosphere to help with the development of clouds and help kickstart some rain. This method has been primarily used in areas trying to recover from droughts and to help replenish those water supplies, like in Dubai. It can also be used for helping to clear out fog or even reducing the amount of hail in a storm. Here's the problem though. Like we mentioned, cloud seeding isn't that reliable. It's also not that cost effective. Not every cloud can be seeded, and it is difficult to know how much rain or snow will be created, especially in more complex cloud systems. So while humans can't exactly control storms or create them out of thin air, we are seeing long-term impacts on our weather brought on by human activity.
Okay, she's gonna go into her climate change bullshit.
Yeah, that's funny. They just say he made rain. No, he made rain.
Tilt the mic a little bit this way towards me, just a little bit. There we go. That's perfect. There we go. Keep going. You're good.
Yeah, I feel like now they got to get rid of that invention. They're gonna try to get rid of that invention.
Yeah.
Because that's damn near probably what they doing.
You think? It's crazy, bro. You don't know what the government.
We have family members like say for instance somebody was in the so if you start somebody in your family is in the government, it's secrets and everything that they be. I believe.
Of course, yeah.
And shit is leaked out and told because it's family. Like I do the same shit. If I knew some shit, don't tell nobody, bro. Like this is shit. Boom, boom, boom. I believe somebody probably showed somebody how to do some shit before.
Yeah. I got a friend that works at NASA. I'm not gonna name his name because I can't. He'll get in trouble. But I got a buddy that works at NASA, and
dope as fuck. That's hard.
He told me that they actually were on the moon. Because he says, like, people inside NASA, like, joke about it. But he said, like, oh, yeah, like, we were on the moon. Like, you know, there's conspiracies. Yeah. I used to work at Giant Eagle for a couple months, almost killed myself. No, I'm just kidding. I hated my job, but I didn't almost kill myself. But I hated it there. So I worked there for, like, 2.5, 3 months. And my manager at the time, I think he's my manager, was trying to convince me that we were never really on the moon. And I'm not going to lie, I had to walk away because he was getting too convincing. But he's like, you know, think about it. I was like, oh, I don't want to. I gotta go. I gotta work. But now, so we were talking about it a little bit on an episode, and he slid up on my story because I put it there. And he said, no, we were actually on the moon. But then again, you know, even though he works at NASA, he gave me all this like information about like we were on the moon. But I'm thinking, man, he works for NASA. So me thinking like reverse psychology, maybe he's telling me that we were, but we weren't. But we weren't because he wants to, you know, keep just the public opinion under.
Believe that. I believe we never was on the moon. I believe that was some green screen shit.
Maybe.
Because I feel like if we were on the moon, we would have did it again.
Exactly.
We got better technology.
Exactly.
That rocket to make it.
Yeah.
Unless they might have made the 101 spacecraft without
I don't know
the shit we got.
Didn't we go back? Let's look if we did go back. Let's see.
I believe underground for sure is where they went. And I believe that's exactly where all the space shit is at. And that's why we only discovered 5%. Because I feel like once you get to that 5%, and that's where the fucking giant squids and shit is at, you exit fucking Earth.
Let's see here. How many times did United States land on the moon? Okay, so we're fact-checking here. There were 6 crewed U.S. landings between 1969 and 1972, and numerous uncrewed landings with no soft landings happening between 22 August 1976 and 14 December 2013. So Russia, let's see here. Russia was the first spacecraft to reach the moon's surface in 1959, and the Luna 9 mission in 1966 was the first to make a soft landing there. So Russia went, and then China. So China, this is, they got weird names. They call it Chang'e 3 or Change. It's spelled CHANG''E. We'll just say Change 3, which includes a lander and rover, was launched on 1 December 2013 and successfully soft landed on the moon on 14 December 2013. That's another thing, bro. People overseas, they say the date's weird, man. Just say December 13th. Don't say 13 December. What the hell you doing, bro?
I believe it's that's one thing I will say. I feel like a lot of people that's not Americans, like I feel like the American people. Okay, wait, I just thought about this. Let me say something.
Okay.
Remember the submarine?
Oh, Ocean Gate, yeah. How
What'd you think
stupid
about that?
do you have to be, bro? And apparently the kid didn't really want to go. His dad was like kind of talking him into it too. How stupid do you have to be? You're a billionaire. Really?
You could have did any other fucking thing.
Like I didn't get vaccinated for COVID, and so like I'm kind of cautious of like what I do with my body to an extent. Bro, like you got to be cautious about that shit.
Either. I lied in college to play basketball. I had a fake card. I couldn't do it. I was against it.
I understand.
I was against it.
I'm with you.
I feel like that's the biggest problem with a lot of people, like the world sickness and shit. I feel like it is like our first topic of the day.
It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy, but it's an actual video. I forget, it was a teacher, a professor or something that was like, but he was in a Department of Health.
Yeah.
He was like, think about it. It's like, if we see our problem is overpopulation, what is one way to depopularize people?
Vaccine.
That's exactly what he said. Vaccines. We're going to tell you, come get this, and rightfully so, if you work in a fucking health department before our time, because now we got our own knowledge.
Right.
In the fucking early 30s, 40s, 50s, when a doctor tell you like, yeah, come get this injection, this is gonna clear it. You don't have no history.
What are you gonna do?
You can't look it up. You're gonna go get it.
Yeah.
Oh, he told me to do this. Somebody started tripping over here. Oh, that's just him. He just messed up on that. I'm gonna still come get it. Now you over there right with him. Yeah. I believe in that.
Do you know what a lobotomy is?
Heard of it.
So that used to be like a common practice in like maybe the 50s or 60s. But like brain surgery kind of like just
okay.
Let me look it up. Because we're talking about
about
the medical community and like practices back then. And I just want to get the technical definition because this is insane here. Lobotomy meaning. All right, so a lobotomy is a type of brain surgery that involves severing the connection between the frontal lobe and other parts of the brain. That became popular in the 1930s as a treatment for certain mental health conditions. So if you were a little bit loopy one day and you were a little bit out of the ordinary, they would like fuck with your brain.
Trying to fix you. What the fuck?
Yeah. And so, hold on. What is bad about lobotomy? Okay, so here. In other instances, people lost functioning and became emotionally numb and apathetic. Some people who were lobotomized became catatonic following the procedure. Lobotomies were also fatal in some cases. So, you died. Let's see here. I want to see, has anybody survived a lobotomy?
I doubt it.
Howard Dolly, there's one person it's showing here, is an American memorist who is one of the youngest survivors of the transorbital lobotomy, a procedure performed on him when he was 12 years old. Dolly received international attention in 2005 following the broadcasting of his story on National Public Radio. Let's see here. I want to see if a lobotomy has ever helped anybody. Here we go. According to one study, about 2/3 of patients showed improvement after surgery. Fortunately, not all lobotomy practitioners were were responsible, and the technique left some patients with severe side effects, including seizures, lethargy, changes in personality, and incontinence. Bro, it's
Playing
crazy.
with that brain.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just mind-boggling that that was accepted for a period in time. You know what I
Because you
mean?
didn't know anything, man. That shit. So that's why I'd be like, in today's time, we're super advanced. It's still shit we don't know.
Like
that somebody know.
how they built the pyramids. By the way, we're 2 hours in. How about that?
With some
I
great
bet
shit.
you didn't know. I bet you didn't
With
know.
some great shit. No. Bro,
Sorry
I
again,
was
I
just
got
watching
phlegm.
this shit. Like, the pyramids is fucking huge. That's why I be saying I believe in all that shit. Like the gods that came down from the heaven that they say these. I don't count them as gods. I just really feel like they called them gods because they was big as fuck. They was some shit you didn't see. Like this has to be the god that they're talking about. No, I feel like some fucking alien fucking spacecraft motherfuckers that came here, put some pyramids together, and slammed these big ass things in the damn ground and like put them here. On some, y'all will never be able to move this shit.
I got a different theory. Are you familiar with the Library of Alexandria that burned down?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a thought that like ancient Egypt and these civilizations, like Mesopotamia too, if I'm not mistaken, had like an ancient technology that's more powerful than anything we have now. Because even with like modern technology, there's no explanation from how they were able to create these pyramids. Even like with the giant
Phoenix too.
Yeah, even like with like the giant machinery, you're still not able to do it. And they got some of these things from like 500 miles away. Like, how are you dragging all this stuff and putting it in place? Or like how there's a theory that the Sphinx. Sorry, I got phlegm. There's a theory that the Sphinx is much older than it is.
Yeah. I literally, that's exactly what I was just watching. I'm just like you. How the fuck did y'all drag this shit?
And apparently it's lined in like perfect, like a perfect straight line with what constellation is it? Yeah, look it up. I don't have my phone, otherwise I would. But it's just so fascinating for the listeners that are still listening. I hope people are still listening and watching. That'd be great. But it's just so fascinating because once the Library of Alexandria burnt down, I'll preface all this for everybody while he's looking it up. The Library of Alexandria was like the source where all the information was stored. And so the thought is that there was this ancient technology where maybe they could like float things and levitate objects and stuff like that. And they had like this technology that just we haven't even been able to surpass or get to. The thought is that we had civilizations that were so much more advanced than us previously, and that they were wiped out by something like, have you heard of the Younger Dryas impact theory?
This mug talking about Phoenix.
Well,
Phoenix statue.
basically it's a theory by a couple archaeologists, and it's an ulterior theory to like what happened in the history of the world and stuff like that. But this is thought to be what wiped out the dinosaurs and stuff like that. That it wiped out all these advanced civilizations, and so it kind of propelled humanity into a dark age for like 5,000-6,000 years, to the point where we had to restart everything.
Yeah. If you watch, it's a documentary on Netflix. It's called? I think it's called Life on Our Planet, or one of them like that.
Well, there is a documentary that this guy, I think it's him. He has it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's literally just like that. Like they show how the dinosaurs were here, the shit blew up, wiped them all. And it took like longer than what the fuck I thought. Like, but it took some years. Like, and everything.
Let's see. Yeah, the Younger Dryas impact theory. Here we go. So here's what they say happened. So the Younger Dryas is one of the most well-known examples of abrupt change. About 14,500 years ago, Earth's climate began to shift from a cold glacial world to a warmer interglacial climate. So deep troughs in Lake Superior support the hypothesis of the Younger Dryas boundary comet impact, 12,900 BP. So it's like a theory that a big ass comet hit the Earth and wiped out a lot, like majority of everything. And so the Library of Alexandria burnt down, but it had all this information with all this like ancient technology, and they were able to like get some of that because I think it's like in India that they said, or around the world, the Middle Eastern world, they had a decent chunk of the information that was like in the Library of Alexandria. They copied it beforehand onto like papyrus, and so
that's dope.
but like a lot of the information was lost from like all back
the information we need.
Yeah,
the information, and that's where it's like, just think about how this life shit is. Like, you got this crazy shit with all this shit to tell us how everything was made, and something just come directly hit that motherfucker.
Well, and here's so there's a controversy with the younger dryas impact theory. So it's not widely accepted by like a lot of relevant experts. You see like people on the fringe that believe it, but there's not a lot of archaeologists and scientists that believe it, just because like I guess it's like ego, and they don't want to question something that they've been teaching for however X amount of years or stuff like that. And they don't want to appear wrong, basically.
I feel like that's all it is. Don't want to appear, but I ain't gonna lie, you in some shit like this, you can't appear wrong.
It says right here, too, almost 75% of megafauna on the planet were wiped out. Human populations also declined with the disappearance of North American Clovis ancient society from the fossil record. Then, around 11,600 years ago, the Younger Dryas prehistory period ended. And so, it's insane to think about, man. Because if we had societies that were so much more advanced than us, even now, we think we're the most advanced society that ever was. I'm telling you, bro, they had a way to manipulate matter. And we just, I don't know if
I want to know. That's why I get into this shit, because I want to know. Like, it won't show me exactly what the fuck we was.
That's all right.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was like, that's something I was sitting there like, how the fuck did this get here? Yeah. Like, and the way they describe everything, the way it was put together, like built, we have ancient cities like that was in the Bible, that was in all these ancient stories that's under this shit, like underwater right now, like, and we got townships built on top of townships right now. It's a lot of shit I want to know, like highways, like roads, them shits got built.
Yeah. What's the place where you can connect Russia and Alaska? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. It's like you could walk by ice. I think there's a way you can walk by ice. Oh, what's it called? I sound so dumb. Yeah, it's called the Bering Strait. I think it's called the Bering Strait. That's always been so fascinating to me in terms of like just geography, because you never think of that those places can connect. It's called the Bering Strait. Yeah. Do you see it? It's crazy when you look at it.
From Asia had to cross to North America.
Yeah, so not Russia. I mean, technically it's the continent of Asia. But, and then Pangea too, the thought that like everything was connected originally,
and it really
then
fits
it drifted,
together though. Like that shit's crazy. Like it really did fit together. Like I would have, growing up, would have never thought about that shit.
I mean, we learned about it growing up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have never put that shit.
But like when you're fifth grade, fourth grade, and you don't really give a shit.
You don't give a fuck. This is North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa.
You're just focused on the girl that came back with tits. You know what I mean? That's what we were focused on. We were just focused on the girl that came back with tits after summer. We really what?
Like, got tits again, puberty. Like, she going now. She going. Yeah.
That girl for us is now a lesbian, so that's crazy. But hate to lose one of those, but it is what it is. My girlfriend
lost a couple.
My girlfriend's not watching at this point. We're 2 hours and 11 minutes in. If she's watching, I hope she's not watching. But if she
can't get mad about the past.
Yeah, it is what it is.
That's what I tell mine all the time. You can't get mad about the past.
Oh well, so we lost one to the community. That's all right.
Tough
well.
break.
Byron Taylor, is there anything you want to say before? Because we're right now 2 hours and 11 minutes.
We had 2 hours. This was a good one. Honestly, we gotta come do another one. We gotta do another episode.
Raw man.
Come with some more
you
stuff.
Just let me know.
Yeah, come with some more stuff. All right, because it's so much more shit we can get into that we'd be here all day with conspiracy talk.
Of course.
We're gonna have a whole conspiracy. We need to have a table full of people with conspiracy.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Lay them out.
We could do that.
Lay them out.
We'll see if YouTube removes us. I know I got removed once for talking about the vaccine.
That's how you know it's true.
Yeah.
If you take something down, it's true.
You know what? Kanye said all that about the Jews, and then that they run the media, and then he wasn't allowed to speak.
Now look.
So you know what I'm saying? That's all. You know.
And I feel like they for sure.
We'll
they're that certain people. A lot of people talk shit about and always got a lot of shit to say and treat them wrong. And I think that's why though. I think a lot of people might know some shit we don't know about them. It's like, y'all running this shit.
Yeah. Allegedly for YouTube.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm me. I don't have.
Yeah.
I just look into the shit that's interesting. I want to figure the truth out.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I appreciate having you on, man.
My guy. Man.
It's been a hell of a time.
We're going to do it again for sure.
Oh, of course,
We're
of
gonna
course.
do it again for sure.
Where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram at _3babybt. I use that shit the most. My Twitter just be I don't use no other social medias, honestly. Really just Instagram. Twitter just be to just look at bored shit. That's it. Instagram. Find my music, everything at Baby BT on all platforms. And YouTube, Baby BT, I got videos coming up. This 2024, I'm shooting hella videos.
Really?
We'll have hella videos. I gotta what do they call it? The AI video coming out.
You got an AI video?
I got an AI video coming out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm like a Lego character.
No shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be some hard shit.
Fun fact here, AI edits the whole podcast for me. I plug it in, and so it'll the back and forth. I put the video file and the audio file in, and it just cuts back and forth. It's like I don't even do the work.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
AI taking over. No, did you see that new video game? That's like a.
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's this video game coming out that people thought it was a real video. Like that's how real this shit is. Like it's in third. You're an undercover cop, or you're a tactical cop. You're something.
Can't be the white one. I gotta be the black cop. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't know what he is. You don't know what he is. Like
Okay,
he's like a hitman cop. Like he got black gloves. Like it's hard.
Oh wow.
And it's a third person game, and you can only play it through the fucking virtual shit that you put on your head and shit. And you really you have to shoot motherfuckers. Like it's hard. Like it's hard, but it's too real. Like video games is getting too real. Like
The Matrix, man.
I'm getting it though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna get it though, just to see. But I'm watching it, and it's like, no, you really think it's a real, like, it's so real that on the game, the people that you shooting, like when they pop up and they shooting, like they put the fucking 3D shit on their face, like block them out, like you on a real dash cam, like you're a real cop. Like that's how. And people reported the shit that thought it was a real video, and somebody was just posted trying to be funny because he was shooting motherfuckers like they were dying.
Yeah.
Come to find out, they literally went into the whole thing. It's a fucking video game. And they were showing how advanced like our shit done got. Jeez. That they said we could have did this with every game that you playing right now, but they just won't do it because they want to perfect it. Why the fuck would you want to perfect a real life situation like that?
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on.
It's been a pleasure for sure.
We definitely got to do this shit again.
We're doing it again.
This is awesome.
This was scrambled up.
Yeah.
So we gonna get something together.
Of course.
This was great.
I look forward to seeing all the shit that you're about to put out, man.
I'm coming. Wait till the Lego video is coming out. I got a song dropping too. Matter of fact, here.
Yeah, promote it. Promote everything. Promote all your shit.
It was supposed to come out today.
Okay.
I don't think I made the. I don't know if it's out. Matter of fact, let me see. Because they say they released it, but it never. I know I didn't sort of make the cut.
Who do you put it out through?
I go through United Masters.
Okay.
Love United Masters, and I own 100% of my royalties too.
There we go.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love that shit. Because at first, I did say, when that first check was like the first thing I ever seen on Money Wise, I never seen nothing like that again. OD. I didn't see a couple $100 off little shows and stuff like that, but little private shows. But that was the biggest shit I seen. I still don't even know how the fuck I still don't know. It was at a point I dropped the tape out, and I had beats that I took from like YouTube and like other places and stuff.
Yeah.
And they took the whole shit down.
Cause copyright.
Then my 90%, even though that's still 10% to my 90, that's still nothing though.
Right.
The 10% is different though in like the music world. It fucks everything up because we don't make that much money. Like I tell people that, like when you see fucking Lil Baby in there with fucking trillions of dollars and shit, like you know people stream that shit. Like he earned that shit. We get less than a fucking penny per stream. Damn. So that's why I be telling people when you see them with money like that, they really got play.
Yeah.
Like you got play.
I'll let you know this too before we go. I've only made like $21 off of podcasting. You know what I'm saying?
See, but this is crazy.
You gotta do this shit because you love it.
That's all it is. I tell everybody that the first start to make you be like, fuck this, I quit.
Bro, you gotta love it.
You gotta love it. Like, you gotta, and that's where I'm at now at this point in my life with my music. Like, music for me was something, I like music. I wanted to do it. I was good at it. People liked it. So, okay, we're just gonna do it a little bit. My music started turning, I started having, like everybody life different, have different turns and shit go on. I want to start expressing me more. Like, now this is like my diary. Like, this is like, I don't like to open up and talk to people. I don't like to, my mom, my girl, my grandma, brothers, everybody tell me that shit. Like, you need to open up. Like, one of my friends, I still got a message on my phone. He posted some shit on his Instagram. Like, he was in his feelings, I guess. And I slid up like, bro, shut the fuck up. He go, you the only motherfucker that just want to hold your feelings in all the time and just leave it alone and go on. I'm like, yeah, because nobody gives a fuck. Like, me personally, I feel like that. Nobody, even if you do care, some problems, you could care for somebody all day. They will never get through it because they don't feel like, I feel like this is the best way I can express myself. Like, I listen to my songs to listen to my songs. I treat myself like I'm a whole different artist. Like, I don't play myself to listen to myself. Like, I play myself like I'm a fucking fan. Like, listening to myself, because that's really what I go into, because outside of here, like when I'm out here, I'm Byron. I tell everybody, I'm Byron. When I make music, I'm in the studio, I'm BT, I'm a whole different person. Like, this is, so when everybody didn't like Byron growing up. I'm here to tell you, if you ask a lot of people, they didn't like Byron. I was an asshole on the basketball court. All I did was talk shit. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, you were a little bit of an asshole.
I was an asshole. Yeah. I was an asshole. So many people that met me off a basketball court and be like, bro, you're one of the coolest people I ever hung around.
Yeah, you're cool as fuck, straight up.
They like, so why the fuck? I'm like, bro, it's just basketball, bro. Like, I'm just so competitive. Fuck you. You're not on my team. You're not on my team.
I understand.
When we get like this, I don't give a fuck about none of that. All that shit. I done got into fights with people on basketball courts, almost got into fights, and it's like, they see me after, they be like, they wouldn't want to talk to me. And it's like, damn, I'm an asshole. Like, it'll make me feel bad. Like, yeah, like, shout out Smile. I'm going to say this now. Smile is one of the older people in my life. He in our rap group, for sure, big bro to me. He always tell me, like, bro, you an asshole. You got to cut that fucking attitude out. Like,
it's the competitive in you, though.
And it's like that with everything. Like, I don't know why. Like, I had to stop playing basketball recently because it's like I caught myself getting mad in a fucking game, like cussing at motherfuckers. I'm like, this is what I did in high school. I don't like this shit no more. So, like,
I get it.
Yeah, it's getting there. We're going to be back in here and do this. But the song is called, I just found it. It's called See Y'all in March. I'm going on a 90-day grind. As I told you, I was done smoking for 90 days. I'm not smoking. I won't be outside. I won't be drinking. I won't be buying no clothes. Strictly focused on music. Like, super, super locked in with my music right now.
I'm happy to hear it, man.
Yeah, so the song is called See You in March because in exactly 90 days is my birthday, March 21st.
Okay.
And I plan on going to Jamaica and shooting a video in Jamaica.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, you just let me know. As soon as you could just DM me, text me, whatever, and I'll promote all your shit.
I got you. Come on, we can do it.
Anybody that really does shit like that, like I promote it on my pages.
I'm big on that too, especially if I see somebody that's like, you investing in yourself, you going hard for yourself, I'll support you.
Yeah.
I'll support anything.
I'm not going to lie, man. There's a lot of people that I have on the podcast that they don't repost it. They don't, like, I mean, I get it, all right? I get it. Maybe you don't know, whatever, but it's like, just repost the link. You know what I mean? And, like, we're going to get shit popping, especially my Instagram, too.
Everybody starts like this.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's all it is.
Everybody. I feel like that's the biggest print. Some people want to get there.
Yeah.
Before, they don't want to work for it. They want to, wake up, we're going to start this podcast. We're going to make this clothing brand. We're about to be the richest. This clothing brand right here. Shout out Mari, Millionaire Mons. She sells out of every fucking drop.
Really?
I'm pretty sure her first fucking drop did not start like that.
Yeah. You got to work for it.
I had to beg for this one. I had to tell her, don't sell it. Don't sell it at all. She could not sell it. Like, I was out of town. I told her, hold it for me. She said, I'll give it to one of my friends. They live out there. They'll bring it down to Youngstown. Do that. I'll be there ASAP. I was there literally within an hour. And I left what I was doing early to go get the jogging suit.
Well, it's a shout out to her.
It's dope. Y'all got to see the other shit. To me, this the weakest one. I'm mad I got this one. I should have got the other colors.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Like, it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. I'm not going to lie.
She's different.
All right, what's her clothing brand? We'll shout her out, too.
Millionaire Minds. Millionaire Minds. Let me see. She got a Facebook.
We could put the link in the bio if you want.
Okay, we could do that.
Just send me the link right now, and we'll put it in the bio.
Bet. Let me see where her, where was I talking to her at? Boom.
But yeah, bro, I love that shit. You know what I mean? Just it's like a continuous grind. You know.
That's what all of this shit is. Everything everybody do is a continuous grind. Even the people that's working, you working.
Yeah, exactly.
You working to better yourself. House, car, family, no matter what it is. Everything starts from the bottom. When you first was at your job, you walked in that motherfucker with $0 from this job.
Yeah.
You made yourself up to $27,000 and all that, $28,000. Everything. We gonna get this shit going. This shit gonna be bigger than what it is. We gonna have a real big office. We gonna have our own shit with all these rooms in here, just like this. That's the shit I aim for.
It's a good
No bullshit.
It's a good goal, man. It's a good goal.
No
well,
bullshit.
It's been a pleasure having you on, and I know a lot of people are gonna join this episode. So.
Oh yeah, they're gonna join this episode, man, and the one after that.
Of course.
And the one after that.
Of course.
I'm on my LeBron shit from Miami, and the one after that, and the one after that.
And I'll be looking forward to that video, bro, and just everything else you put out too.
We gonna have some shit going. We gonna have some shit going for sure.
All right, bro. Everybody, thank you for watching once again. If you're still watching, God bless you. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you.
Absolutely.